Hello, friends!
Wow.
Welcome back to Coins Live here on twitch.tv/Andy Barr Comedy. It's been a long while, I accept that, I acknowledge that, and I am overflowing with apologies for the length of time which it has been since we have discussed all matters numismatic. My friend Sam Nicoresti is here as ever, joining us, and I'm sure that he is equally contrite. Sam, are you sorry?
Yes, very sorry, Andy. It's been such a shame to miss such a vast swathe of discourse that, a large portion of time that could have been spent talking about coins. Of course, we missed two weeks worth of episodes, one because I was too tired, and then the second because you were too drunk.
It was my birthday. It was my birthday.
Maybe it was my sleep day.
Maybe it was.
I got a whole day for it now. I compartmentalize it, so I'm awake all the time, and then one day a week, that's my sleep day. Get the whole 24 hours in.
Yeah. I'm with you there, brother. That sounds efficient, smart, hustle, rise and grind, the kind of thing that you've got to do if you want to get ahead in the world of business.
Absolutely. I was going. We are generation work hard. Generation workhorse, so very proud of our hustling nature, of course.
Hustle.
Have you started any startups this week, Andy?
No, but I am trying to get into property.
From what end?
The end of a person who needs somewhere to live.
That's the worst then.
It is. You're really liable to get shafted.
Very much trying to, go through the cellar door there.
Yeah. Got a few happy birthdays coming in for me. Do you have anything that you would wish to open with, to open your account as far as goofs and gags are concerned?
Give this goose a gander. Guys, it is of course great to be back. This channel is so special because it's a place where we can all come, no matter what our economic status, whether we've got a whole bunch of stable Raheem pound sterlings, or if we're going around with nothing but a loose pocket of Harry change, or if you look in your knapsack and you've got nothing but an old horrible tatty greylish fiver, or maybe you're on the opposite end of the spectrum. Maybe you've got a big old Bukayo Saka gold doubloons that you've pinched from a sort of wandering vagabond, but a leprechaun, I suppose. It doesn't matter. You've got your Jordan pick of the lot because they're all strong against the Euros.
Woo! If only we had a soundboard with some explosions and some gunshots and that sort of thing, because goodness me, that was not just a wonderful set of jokes, but it was a wonderful set of jokes pertaining to something which is relevant to things which are happening right now, and those things are, of course, Euro 2020, which is being staged in Euro 2021, the year 2021. That's absolutely wonderful, Sam. I was going to say, I wonder if the chat can come up with any sort of supplementals to that, and that one has already been registered.
I bet they can.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely. I got faith.
Pete and Orlise have come straight in with Deutsch Marcus Rashford. So
brilliant.
Which is very good.
I don't really know many of the footballers. I did have to Google them. So you could really say anything.
Yeah. English footballers.
I've got some more if you want. I also had Calvin Philippine Peso.
Yep. Okay.
But, it was getting a little bit long in the tooth, so I thought I'd just slam it there. Lampard feels like he's a coin.
Lampard does feel like you can get somewhere with that. Lineker, I also reckon there would be something to do. Zloty Charlton.
Yeah.
That's quite bad. Paul Gascoigne. Paul Gascoigne says, pissing myself. We've got some other comments to catch up on. So let's just go with. So we've got a roll call. We've got Josie Russell in the chat. Pete and Elise obviously have already been referenced. Sean Morley, I believe, is with us. Josie H, Pissing Myself, Funny Bear are all here. There have been some birthday wishes, which I very much appreciate. Thank you very much. Josie H asks if I got a new hat for my birthday. No, I didn't. This is an old hat. It's a Detroit Lions hat. What I did get for my birthday was this Detroit Lions sweatshirt, which says Lions, Detroit football, established 1930, and then it has this sort of design here, and is obviously sponsored by Castrol, the sort of oil people or whatever. Hello.
Are you a fan?
Of what?
Well, I guess Castrol, and then also a follow-up question. Corollary, the Lions.
Yes, the Detroit Lions are my team. My American football team. They're awful.
And what's your big fan?
Big fan, yeah. I've got what I would term almost an embarrassing amount of Lions tat.
Well, one man's Lions tat is another tiger's garbage. No.
Well, I think the Detroit baseball team is called the Detroit Tigers. Anyway.
Confusing. I've got a baseball team.
Yeah, have you?
The Hanshin Tigers. Yeah, Japanese baseball team, the Hanshin Tigers. Similarly awful. Haven't won a major league game since, I think, 1976 or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
But they're good fun.
That's great. Yeah, I was watching the John Boyce thing about the Seattle Mariners a while back, which is very, very good. Don't know if you've ever seen any of John Boyce's videos, but he does sort of like videos about American sports that are mostly constructed out of sort of charts and graphs and things, and they're quite fun.
That's quite nice for the right sort of person.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I personally just wish that football teams, really, the disappointment is always, especially with American ones, that they aren't actually the thing that they say they are. So if you had Pirates and Tigers and so on actually battling, or even just trying to play minor or major league baseball, that would be so much more entertaining.
Well, I imagine that actually a match between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals would be quite good.
Yeah. Now, how do you think that would actually go off if we're talking about?
Hello. The Goblin has been summoned.
I'm imagining
the Goblin has been summoned, but it was invisible. So apologies for that. I don't know what it is beneath, but anyway, I'm sorry about the failure. Jiminy H Cricket there activating the Goblin, but without the recompense of the appearance of the Goblin. The Goblin did speak. But,
what did he say?
Self-known. It said hello.
Nice.
No advice was requested of the Goblin on this occasion, but so let's go for a Buccaneer. Well, I mean, that's just football players, isn't it?
Yeah, they look like football players. I'm talking, Pirates versus like Holy Cardinals.
Well, no, the Arizona Cardinals are named after this bird.
They've shot themselves in the foot there.
Yeah.
In this game,
they are getting
that
wrecked.
Bird. Those guys have got quite long swords, haven't they? So they're getting sliced out the air.
I mean, the bird presumably would make a merit of being able to fly and just try and kind of keep out of the way for a bit, and maybe try and knock the Buccaneers' hat off. When he's not looking.
You'd want to. The hat is the source of a Buccaneer's power, because if you take the hat off, what is he? He's a mercenary.
Just a fella, yeah. You would imagine still that the Cardinals are going into this one trying to play for a draw. Nice as they are, though, and I do think they're a very nice-looking little bird.
Really?
Yeah, look at that.
I think a little bit hellish.
No, nice little red lad. Okay, it doesn't. I'm not so keen on it there with its kind of punk haircut.
Weird little punk boy.
Oh, come on. It's the desert or Mexican cardinal. That looks nice, doesn't it?
No.
What?
No. It looks pretty tough. It looks kind of cool. I could imagine it in some sort of like Warhammer scenario, kitted up with some big armor.
I suppose the fact that it's sitting on some spikes there is making it look harder.
Yeah, I could imagine this in a sort of a Hieronymus Bosch painting.
Okay.
Farting out somebody.
I've got a question for the viewers and for you. Number one, okay, right, 2 questions. I've got 2 questions that can run parallel here. Josie H says, so would it be a good idea to call your team something like the Seattle Xenomorphs? So that's question 1. If your football team has to be represented on the pitch by the thing that it is named after, and it is not a game of football but a battle, what are you calling your team? That's question 1. Question 2 is, which do you think is the hardest bird that is not a bird of prey?
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't wait to get into question 2. So let's breeze through question 1. I think I should state again, I didn't say it had to be an out-and-out battle. They could still be playing baseball.
Okay.
And maybe that could be decided in the coin toss rather than deciding who starts.
Right.
Whether or not you're fighting to the death or like a point scoring, normal baseball game.
If you're picking one which is just totally suited to one of those and completely useless at the other, then you are basically putting yourself at the mercy of a coin toss. So it does to pick one which is probably just about capable of playing a game of football, but very good at.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? Xenomorphs, yeah, absolutely. If it goes heads and it's, they're ripping yours straight off.
Yeah.
But if it's tails and it's baseball, they're kind of fucked. I mean, they're going to have to hold either the bat in their tiny little T-Rex arms or in the inner mouth.
Yeah.
Which is then weird. And again, the classic age-old problem, you would just get a team, I imagine there already is one, called the, so-and-so Predators. And Predator could A, hold its own in a fight, and B, pick up and run with a ball whilst invisible.
I reckon the Xenomorph would be quite a good running back in American football, because I reckon it could sort of tuck the ball in. I mean, the handoff might be quite difficult, but the little arms would enable it to sort of tuck the ball into itself, and then I reckon it could kind of scuttle along the ground, or it would be quite difficult to take down.
But I don't think they're very fast. I don't think I've seen a Xenomorph. They're not like a fast monster. They're a sort of loping.
I don't think they're really that
sort of
loping.
penis dinosaur.
I don't know if they're that loping. So I'm trying to remember the pace at which they went in Aliens, which I did watch most of the other day whilst extremely hungover, when they're coming through the vents and that. I think they were pretty quick then.
Yeah, in a very enclosed space, things always seem quick, but on actual baseball
on a pitch
field,
yeah,
I don't think so.
I suppose. Well, I was thinking that they could probably, rip the shit out of whomever the opposing team were, but that probably would count as a foul.
Great if it's a fight. Great if it's a fight.
Yeah. No, if
in baseball,
if it's a sport, then you're in trouble. We've got some comments coming in. Sean Morley says, I would love some exploration of bicorn hats versus tricorn hats.
Well, who's your classic tricorns? I can think of
is a cocked hat a bicorn hat? No, tricorn or cocked. Okay.
That's
the
option.
I've been using the phrase "knocked into a cocked hat" for quite some time because I just like how it sounds, but I've never known.
Yeah, hold on. Stop. Use it in a sentence. Like, give me a full example of when you've used that.
When we played the team of Xenomorphs, we were knocked into a cocked hat.
Right.
It's getting absolutely stuffed, I think.
I like it. I've never heard you use it.
I have used it to beat severely.
That's real and all.
Yeah, it is real. To beat severely, of course. Knocked into a cocked hat only makes sense if you know what cocked hats are. These were hats popular.
Okay, so a Toby jug has
a cocked hat on, yeah. Of course, first mentioned in print in William Wycherley's The Gentleman Dancing Master in 1673. Instead of laced coats, belts, and pantaloons, your velvet jumps, gold chains, and grave fur gowns. Instead of periwigs and broad-cocked hats, your satin caps, small cuffs, and vast cravats. And there's a Toby jug.
Lovely stuff.
There's a Toby jug. There's a Toby jug for you, my friend, right there.
And is that a tricorn hat or a bicorn hat?
I believe that's tricorn. I think there is an implied third corn at the back. At the back, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Toby jugs are pretty hard.
What do you? So you'd have Toby jugs, a team of Toby jugs.
Yeah.
The Taunton Toby jugs competing in I don't know, rugby league or something.
No, not rugby league. They'd get smashed.
I'm gonna have to take at least my hat off. So obviously, I've picked this outfit to try and first of all show my love of the Detroit Lions, and that's it basically. But it's really fucking hot. So 2 seconds.
Off it comes. There he is. You've had a cut there. You've cut your hair.
I had a cut fairly recently.
Looking nice.
Thank you. I mean, you've seen me several times since I've had my hair cut.
All right.
Anyway.
I'm only now looking at you through eyes unclouded.
Yeah. I think we might just cross over to, if it's all right, my cam for a quick can update.
Yeah, sure.
Now, the song's gone. I don't know where it's gone, so I mean, no need to wait. I've got this Augustiner Braumünchen Pils, which I thought looked very nice. You on anything this evening?
Yeah. I can. I'll just sort of jump into your can corner.
No. You
can do a Sam in the can corner. Okay, well, here we are back on main. It's Sam's Can Cam. I would personally be quite happy in future to explore Sam in Andy's Can Cam corner. Maybe I'll make another one for that. This evening in the shop, I wasn't going to go mad, and then I saw these little things.
They're nice.
I've never seen them before.
It's got Japan on it, so you'd like that.
I liked that. Yeah. I bought it. Look, it says video on it.
What if you were to say something about that in Japanese, what would you say?
Oh man, really putting me on the spot here. I got to be honest, my Japanese as of late has really sucked. So I'd probably only say something to the effect of "oishiso," or something really fucking wank like that, like real basic day one boy kind of stuff. Here we go.
Sinulla on pieni ollut.
What are you saying to me? Are you talking to me in Finnish now?
I'm trying to. I mean, if Lisa's listening, I'm sure I'll get chewed out for dreadful pronunciation. I think I said that you've got a small beer.
Chisai biru.
Yeah. Baldy is with us. Baldy is here. Baldy, as ever, has joined with the time-honoured greeting of Stevenage ? And it is not. It is either Two Tribes Metroland. Is that what it's called, or something like that? Metro something.
Yeah,
like
it is. It's Tokyo. I'll tell you where it's canned, just in case.
Please do.
King's Cross, London.
Bloody Cross, of course.
But I will tell you, actually, interestingly, Stevenage has been coming up an awful lot for me recently. I think it's inching closer towards the day where I might feasibly be discussing Stevenage.
Do you feel that this is somehow the sort of psychic influence of Baldy reaching out into the world and touching you?
Yeah, I often feel like that.
Yeah. I feel that we probably all
about a number of unrelated things.
Yeah. Jiminy H. Cricket says, "Don't think I like Toby jugs. They're rather off-putting." Pissing Myself says, "Lovely bit of late 17th century authentocracy there." Jiminy H. Cricket says, I would never support the Taunton Toby Jugs. So there we go.
Wow. Interesting little side bit to that as well. When I first started dating my girlfriend of coming up to 5 years now, I was convinced
5
for
big
a
ones.
long
Can
while
can we get a 5 going in the chat? All
yeah, 5 big ones.
5 big ones. Years.
IBO. And I was convinced that she was into collecting Toby jugs, and I kept buying her Toby jugs, and she kept hiding them under her bed and never looking at them.
That is both the sort of thing that I could absolutely imagine you doing, and also the kind of thing that I could absolutely imagine Becky potentially being into. So I'm not entirely surprised that you made that error. I think you can, to an extent.
I'll tell you what the problem is. You do think, yeah, of course, we both like collecting and we're into interesting objects, and anything that has like a little bit of a sort of a folksy history to it, that's all great. But ultimately what you're buying a lady is a sort of a weird old man's face etched into the shape of a vessel that then would sit on a shelf and surprise you if you're sort of prone to seeing faces in things, which I think is called oh no, I overreached. I was going to say paradophilia, but I think I'm wrong.
I gotta say,
pareidolia.
There are some pretty fucking horrible guys here.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You buy that for a lady. Here you are, my love. I've been thinking of you again.
The face when you're thinking of her. Yeah.
Well, it's quite nice, that.
What a wonderful culture. Fucking good to take this to Europe and fucking stuff one down the goals of the bloody Italians, eh? Take that. I mean, although
absolutely.
they've got their own tradition of sort of grotesquerie, haven't they?
The Italians,
yeah.
You think of fascism?
That and commedia dell'arte.
What a gift. I mean, like, imagine drinking out of this. What the fuck are you doing? You could pour gravy out of her, maybe.
Yeah, no,
she's a gravy head.
It's a gravy boat. Has Becky managed to surreptitiously dispose of these horrible gifts that you have given her?
No, they're still like kind of around the house. We use them for like keeping toothbrushes in and stuff. I have the only ones I have are the Three Musketeers. They're still going around. They've got sponges and stuff in them now.
Right. This guy's got something of the moon from Majora's Mask about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the only reason we still keep the Toby jugs we have is that one of the Musketeers is the spitting image of a certain person of note around York who does a ghost tour up there, and we like to look upon him.
Well, that's wonderful. Josie, getting back to question 2 from earlier, Josie says,
"Oh yeah.
Always thought that pelicans are a pretty hard bird. Impressive to invert your spine in a fight." So, yeah. I would agree with that. Then Josie says the font for video is a corker. Now I can't.
Oh, we're talking about the can again.
Oh, right, okay. That
yeah.
Sean has pelican spine in mouth is the first thing. It's
Why did you want to Google that?
Because
why are we looking at
Sean?
Whose spine is that?
Sean, it's the pelican's spine. It's it's yawning, and it's such an utterly fucked bird that when it yawns, it kind of sort of like when you're kind of
Wow, yeah, it shrinks back in on itself, starts inverting itself.
Yeah, like you're trying to invert the whole thing. Fuck me.
Man, imagine if they could. That would be even worse if they could.
So it's apparently that's when it's getting hot. So it's just like I just need to get my bones out.
I mean, to be fair, actually, we hate on it, but man, don't you ever feel like that? I absolutely have had like this feeling of just wanting to be able to crack my spine out through my mouth, give it a good old stretch. Imagine if we could do that.
Yeah, that would be
We'd be
really
ready.
good.
We'd be ready for work. That would be so cool. Yeah. Oh, but then imagine if you sneezed whilst you were yawning. That really would be game over, wouldn't it?
You'd be fucked. You would be absolutely bloody. You would be wrecked, my friend.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't be doing that. Josie R says, right, okay. So the font that I've chosen doesn't have apostrophes in it. So let's see that if this one does. Suns out, bones out. I thought it'd be fun to have the text.
What are you doing?
Well, Josie R says "suns out, bones out," so I thought it'd be fun to have the text come up on the screen.
Yeah.
But you know
it's going to be a bones out summer.
It fucking certainly is. I mean, it's going to be more and more bones out summers these days. But let's not get into that because it's depressing. Yeah. So we've caught up on all of that. There were a few fives for Becky, 5 years. Lise apparently said it was relatively good pronunciation, although Pete says, I guess that is relative to me, so not a big compliment. That was on my bit of Finnish that I attempted to say earlier. Adam Larter is with us. Bones out, zoned out, he says. Any,
Getting more towards a sort of a Timothy Leary style.
Yeah.
Summer there, aren't we? Tune in, bones out, fucked up. That's what he originally said in his Senate hearing.
Yeah.
Now, like, what are you on about,
said,
man?
Would you care to repeat that? And I used that vital few seconds to try and cobble together a thought.
It was hard for him at that point. He'd done a lot of acid.
Josie H says, Michael Fish informs the nation that this week is going to be peak spine weather. That's lovely stuff. Blessed by the presence of Aerophant Adam Larter, says Josie H. And I don't know what that word means.
What word, sorry?
Hierophant, apparently, is a person who brings religious congregants into the presence of that which is deemed holy. As such, a hierophant is an interpreter of sacred mysteries and arcane principles. I don't doubt the veracity of your use of that word, Josie, but if you care to expand on the point, I'm sure we'd all be delighted to learn about it. Also, I believe
it's a word. Do you know what? It's a word that does actually like come up for me from time to time, but I couldn't tell you one example of where I've heard it or why.
It's apparently it's also in the Major Arcana.
One of these lads.
Yeah, there it is. There's Adam Larter, apparently.
There he is. Nice. Bringing us into what's holy about coins.
Getting real big. Yeah, should we address?
Now that's a tricorn.
I know.
It's got 3 crowns, isn't it? Tri-crown.
Yeah, that's a tri-crown. I thought you said tricorn.
Well, I did originally.
Yeah, which wouldn't have made sense. Whereas if you had said tri-crown first of all, I think that probably would have been better.
That wouldn't have been a callback. Would have been a new piece of information. You have to call back and then build.
And then correct. Call back and correct, I suppose, to bring into the minds of everyone the callback. Whereas I think if you just said tri-crown, that would have been more impactful than saying that's a tricorn and then correcting yourself because it's obviously not.
What can I say? I'm not the best comedian in the world.
Well, you know, none of us are, aside from whoever is.
Someone has to be. Someone has to be.
Who do you think it is?
Oh, well, probably Ricky Gervais.
Ricky
He's the best,
Gervais.
isn't he?
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, he's my favourite.
The Trickster King.
I like that one where he sticks it. He really sticks it to him.
Yeah. JCH says Maria Bamford. Jiminy and Adam are trying to hack one another, so we'll let them get on with that and see if there's any payoff to that bit. Tricrown triphosphate, says Jiminy H Cricket. I don't know if that's necessarily going to go anywhere, but any kind of furtherance of that bit as well, greatly appreciated if you fancy doing so. We thought that given it is currently the Euros, that England, the country that the majority of us, I think, are currently residing within, whether we want to or not, are heading to the finals of the Euro 2020 competition. I thought that maybe it'd be good to take this opportunity to do a roundup of sporting-based coins. We haven't done any prior research into this, so I'm hoping that an initial Google will yield well. However, it appears that the Royal Mint has a page for for
sport. They got it all set up,
and they've got absolutely nothing.
They're coming up dry.
However, they do have this account called this thing called FIFO down there. I don't know if you've ever seen that before.
No, it's not. I mean, FIFO, not a great name for any sort of monetary sort of based app, is it?
No, well, I was only familiar with the term as a sort of a kind of joke term on Twitter for female followers, FIFOs. But
oh, okay. FIFO. See, to me, it immediately either says a person with a lisp saying, "Hee, I'm going to FIFO you,"
yeah,
or a big greedy giant saying, "FIFO, faux fum."
Yeah, or it could be a foe for your fees. So, someone who's going to interfere with the payment of your fees. A fee.
Yeah, I don't want any of these things.
No, bad. Oh well, let me tell you. No, go on, please.
No. I was just going to say it would be cool if the stream had a FIFO, but it wasn't. Whatever you're going to say is more interested.
We can look into setting up a FIFO at some point. The
stream FIFO.
The wonderful Pobjoy Mint have made an appearance in the chat via Pete and Orlise, who have sent over a link to some Olympic coins. I am going to open up war coins.
Oh yeah, of
just
course.
Later. The Pobjoy Mint. Ooh, there you go.
Oh wow! So these are the modern Tokyo.
They must be. Yeah, that skateboarding coin. Can you see that?
Wait.
Are you digging what's been laid down?
They're all board coins, aren't there? There's a lot of board sports.
I love this coin. We've got some love for the coin coming in. I wouldn't class a horse as a board.
Oh, you could make an argument for it.
Okay.
Or you want me to?
I would like you to make an argument for it, if you would like.
Huh. Yeah, you've got to wear a helmet on both.
Well, I don't think surfers wear helmets.
Oh well, no, because it's the water, isn't it? They probably don't need it.
No.
Water is a helmet.
Yeah. Actually, I think that I think this is a 50% board selection here. And stop the press. Turn it off. Turn it off now. Yep. Brilliant. So there's been a bit of a discussion in the chat about skateboarding at the Olympics. Josie R said, I'd love to see skateboarding at the Olympics, and Josie H has informed that you can, this year, watch skateboarding at the Olympics.
Yeah, this is one of the very cool things to be coming out of the Olympics this year.
That is.
They've already got a logo. They've got the tables all set up.
Well, let me tell you, they've tried really hard there, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, what can you do?
You've got limited...
You know what you've got to portray.
You've got limited time, haven't you? You've only had an extra year to put the logo for skateboarding at the Summer
More time
Olympics.
than anyone has had.
Yeah. Abso-radically, the British skateboarder is a child, says Pete and/or Lise. Cammy Sinclair is with us here tonight. Good evening. I am calling you from my car today. I mean text chatting, well, you know the score. Cammy, I hope that this means that there will be some ordering coming later. If you do go to any sort of a place where you have to order verbally from your car, I really hope that we get to hear that, as that is always a joy. Josie H says...
Yeah, let us know what you're doing in your car, where you're off to.
Is that the Keep Britain Tidy man doing some gnarly stunts? Yes. Yes, it is.
Can we get a side-by-side?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's him, all right.
That's him, yeah. He's clearly, he's lost a bit of weight.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened? And in what order did this sequence of images occur? Because one of them's a tragedy, and one of them's a very uplifting story.
Well, which one's tragedy?
I don't know which way around it is.
No, but I'm glad that
Well, I don't... Yeah. It's sort of like a Rorschach story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or just to make it up, do DIY story.
Yeah.
More people should do DIY stories. You just kind of give people like a list of nouns and adjectives and verbs that you were thinking of using.
Yeah.
And it can all be cut out, and you just let them have at it.
Okay. Well, let's do
Best
that.
one wins.
Let's do that then.
Wow, we're in the drives.
I'll-
A new section here on coins.
Let's just go for a new.
We've never
new
been
Google
in the
Doc.
drive before.
So,
Keep it fresh.
What words do you want to do?
Skating. Arachnophobia. We probably need some nouns. Paris.
Have I spelled that wrong?
Big.
No, I haven't. Paris.
It doesn't matter. Big stacks of turkey ham.
Right, I'm going to include those all individually.
Oh, and maybe pareidolia from earlier.
Now, is that paraedolia or is it something else?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what it is. There we go. And let me ask you this, Andy. Do you know what the word is for fear of snakes?
Oh, it's paraedolia. Fear of snakes. Let me.
Yeah, take all the time you want.
Well, I'm gonna at least try and offer a. Does it begin with a V?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
You're thinking of vorophilia, which is actually the sexual fascination with being eaten by a snake.
Well, I don't actually think that I was thinking of that, but
Okay. Well.
yeah, I think clearly you were.
Well, what were you thinking, V?
I suppose Viper. I suppose
Yeah.
I thought maybe that was the.
Right.
There was a root thing going on.
This
there.
is the thing.
Mhm.
I'll play my hand now.
Yeah.
I don't either. But it occurred to me last night. It's one of those things. You just think, I know that. You just think, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course, I know with fear of snakes. That's got to come up.
Well, do you want us?
But
Do you want us to solve it now?
I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Well, it's ophidiophobia. Ophidiophobia.
Wow.
Which you can, I think, remember by saying like, "I'll feed you a phobia." Like I'm gonna, and you remember the vorism of snakes.
Yep. Yeah.
They want to eat,
Mm.
and you think, I'll feed you a phobia. I'll
Yeah.
feed a phobia. Do you want to put that in there?
Yeah, do you want to spell it?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I've got it here. OPHIDIOPHOBIA.
Okay.
I was trying to do it like a conversation.
Yeah. I appreciate your effort there. We have had plenty of comments coming in today, my friends. We have had this comment, for starters, from Ben Target. Ben Target is with us, so that means that if Anirudh is still there and Ben hasn't disappeared after leaving his comment, that we have the whole band.
Wow, the band are in the building.
The band are in the building.
Turn up the PA system.
Turn it up.
Put the mic stands out.
The fact that we've had to announce that the band is in the building clearly shows that they're not playing loud enough. Turn it up. Ben Target.
Guys, do you want to come into the main hall? The band's actually been playing.
They've been on for
quite a while now.
They're going back round doing the songs again. Ben says,
"Yeah, sorry to bother you. We're just seeing if anyone wants to move into the main hall and check out the band. Because no worries if not. If you're just doing your drinks, that's fine. But the band is on."
Yeah, we just thought everyone's bought a ticket, so they might want to. No, fine.
We're just trying to shepherd people towards the front. The main room.
Look, they're not going to pick on you. Ben says...
Yeah, and then you go in and like, "Hey, you, dickhead. This one's for you, your mother."
The ideas for the gigs are really coming thick and fast here. Ben Target says, "Big wave surfers wear helmets. Does that mean riding a horse with a helmet on is land surfing?" Which is...
No, skateboarding is land surfing.
It's pretty provocative.
Or that one when they do it in the woods and the boards are big and they've got 4 wheels. I'm pretty sure there is a sport called land surfing.
Yeah.
Rich kids did it for a while. Do you remember that you go into the woods? You had to live by a slope.
Yeah.
And they got on big, like, monster truck style skateboards.
Nothing.
Shut the fuck.
Look at this guy.
Shut the fuck up, man. Do some land surfing.
Yeah.
There he goes. Ah, he's shit.
This is it.
This is Sawyer Hartman. Just a normal summer day in Southern California, doing nothing for a while and then failing to... I thought, oh right, okay.
Oh, okay. No, this isn't, to me, this isn't land. This is like land yachting.
Yeah. I don't like these people at all.
Now it's on a fucking roller coaster.
Get the fuck out of town.
It's got a drone.
Yeah, so that first of all, Ben contravening my suggestion that surfers don't wear helmets, saying that some do, and then posing a very interesting question about a horse. Josie R says, "I'm hoping you mean a teen and not someone aged 6," which I'm assuming is relating to the Team GB skateboarder. Apparently she is 11. The Team GB skateboarder is 11. That means that my niece, who is now, I believe, 13, is officially now, according to this information that we've just received, a failure for not having made the Olympics as yet.
True.
Adam says, "Do you need a car to view this stream?" Josie H says, "Keep Britain Tidy Man's real name is Ted Bellingham," which actually, if that's not bollocks, I think I actually knew that.
Well, I mean, that's a cover all bases, isn't it? Really? Well, he's coming up.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
That's ABBA.
Why has he got a name? Well, that's not. But they are wearing Keep Britain Tidy. Hold on. Is the Keep Britain Tidy Man some sort of like ABBA Megazord? That's them chucking another hit into the bin of history.
maybe. Would you care to expand on that?
What do you mean? What's to expand on? That...
Well,
Just
the initial
is.
proposition is Ted Bellingham is the Keep Britain Tidy man a sort of ABBA Megazord, which I don't think it is unreasonable to request some clarification or expansion on that comment.
Well, I don't know, like, what else I could really offer you in terms of new information on the core concept. The ABBA are trying to defeat litter. They try it a variety of ways on their own, but litter around the sort of 15-minute mark is, really kicking them to the curb, and then they decide to do what they always do, form together into a supergroup and produce another slam dunk song, and then that song, manifested as a bit of trash, is thrown into the bin of history as another #1 hit.
But if they're trying to defeat litter, then why is creating something else that can then be consigned into a bin as litter actually doing anything to remove the overall level of litter? It's just a neutral act.
Because people who try to do good are often consumed by the very evil that they're trying to defeat.
Well, yep.
Think about like Jeff Bezos or your other sort of altruists, Elon Musk, Richard Branson. These guys want what's best for humanity, but somewhere along the way that they've lost their way.
We've got an update from Cammy Sinclair. Cammy says, I'm driving to pick up Robin from the west coast of Scotland. The signal is terrible. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Oh, shit.
We've got an Andorian kitboarding coin from...
Oh, horrible. Absolutely, that's going straight in the fucking hell bin because of that big red X.
This coin makes me sick. Since when did Andorra have dinar? I've never been familiar with the currency of Andorra, but I certainly didn't expect it to be dinar. That is brilliant. There's the
absolutely not.
I mean, does that? So that's the on, isn't it? Because it's got the value.
Tells you everything you need to know. Whereas the flip just tells you nothing.
It tells you nothing. It tells you that you can go kitboarding in. Let's find a lake in Andorra.
Andorra Central Lake.
No, I don't
oh my god! Look, he's going freeform. He's not even going to tap it in. He knows where he's going. There he goes.
So you probably have to go.
He wasn't messing about.
You could go here.
There's a little lake.
Probably it.
Yeah, that's one. What's it called?
Estany de May Amunt.
Okay, rolls off the tongue.
And then it's.
Can we get a little photo?
Goes to Estany del Meg. Let's see if there's any pictures. Yeah, there's one from in the lake there.
In the side.
Well, that doesn't look very in the lake.
Oh, that's very beautiful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Here's some guys.
Who are them?
Dunno.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to rip that little.
She's being
apart.
knitted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Just walkers, by the looks of it.
Seems that way. And nothing wrong with it.
No, I don't know if you could do.
You ever been walking?
I've tried, yeah. Every day. On the reg.
That's it. Yeah.
Nicer day for it here.
Oh,
look at that. Beautiful.
Oh.
Azure.
Turquoise.
Waters.
Yeah, it's beyond turquoise. It's
mountain
sun.
Mountain stream running down there. This looks pretty nice. I don't think that you could go kitboarding there. I will say that. Cammy says, I will just add that in a great show so far. Word suggestion, Hierophant, says JCH.
Oh yeah, get it in there.
Let's go for Jug as well. Josie H says...
This is quite a nice new section, actually. We should keep this going so that at the end we can sort of remember where we've been.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, let's name this. Well, you can't see that, but it's suggested the first word in the document as the title, which of course is Pierce.
Yes.
I'm going to call it the Coins Live Journey.
Nice journey, yes.
Oh, Wiederseinphobia, says Josie R. Ophidophobia FIFO thumb. I smell the blood of an Englishman, says Josie H. Target height.
So that's good.
Says Baldy 3. Adam Latta says, where is Ben? Ben says band meeting. Adam Latta says Ben. And then has intentionally, I believe, mistyped Tajay's surname as Trafetke. So that's something.
Sounds like it's all going off in the chats.
I mean, there are
Lots
a lot
of
chats to catch up with. So I'll keep going. Adam, Polo, Marco. That's three comments there, but I thought that attributing them to the speakers would waste time. Josie H says kite surfing is one of the least cool forms of surfing. Adam Latta says the coolest surfing is the information superhighway. Josie H has agreed with that. Hooray! The coolest superhighway is Kraftwerk's Autobahn, says Ben. The coolest type of Autobahn is the Autobahn, brackets a canal. 100% coolness and wetness, says Ben. Most moist motorways, says Josie H. Die Autobahn ist sehr lustig.
Is the Autobahn a canal?
No, it's a motorway.
I thought it was a sort of German highway, isn't it?
Yeah, but Waterbahn was a joke.
Nice.
A play on words, a bilingual play on words.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, don't worry about it. We got a couple of hates for the Andorra Extreme kiteboarding.
Yeah, put this fucker in hell. Absolutely put this fucker in hell. You know what? Season 2 coins, I'm not messing around anymore. I want to see more coins going into eternal damnation or being lifted up into the universal consciousness of heaven.
Wow.
Or however, whatever you think happens when you die.
Well, that's extraordinary.
Let us know.
Yeah, please do let us know what you think happens when you die. You are putting some sunglasses on there, I notice.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, I
just started doing it. My body was acting independent of my mind.
I believe you me, my friend. I don't think that you need a reason. You can do whatever the hell you like on my stream, brother. Inside of the terms of Twitch. Outside of them, you're
Well, I hope wearing some shades is in that user agreement, baby, because I got them on.
Last time I checked, it was. Wow. So okay. So let's.
Here he comes. Boo.
Okay. Oh wow! I've just I just remembered where we were previously. Do you remember when we looked at that guy's coins that he'd designed?
Oh yeah.
And then he got banned for a year.
Didn't this guy get a coin in every sect? Poor guy. Yeah, he looked like Siegfried Sassoon.
Yeah.
Like a World War One photo going on. Yeah, man. I remember this guy. This was like the sort of old England coin that was supposed to capture all of the pagan religions, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I do have a link to the forum post that I kept.
Oh well, we don't need to. We don't need to
relitigate that. But yeah. Least extreme man is Kite Boy. I can't imagine there is a lake in Andorra, but we did find a few puddles. So that's good. There's that one. This guy might Yeah, Lake Engolasters. Ongolaste. I don't know. It's obviously between France and Spain, isn't it? So it's not going to be Engolasters. But still, what a fun word to say. Any more lakes in Andor? Bloody hell. Imagine you're just coming into this. Logging on for...
What, finding out all the lakes in Andorra?
Logging on for any more lakes in Andorra. No images of this lake. Nobody's been down there, but we can... Oh, no, we can look at it from here. The lady with a big hat.
Oh, yes.
Pretty rocky. What's that colour doing there? Some poles have been there.
Absolutely no idea what you're talking about. We're still on the Hall of Bad Money.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm here.
Wow.
I'm excited by your personal journey. Nice. How far in can this thing zoom? Can we get into a sort of subatomic quark level here?
That's as far as you go. I mean, and I'm,
Imagine if you could. Or, more to the point, when is that day going to come? Because it creeps inexorably closer, doesn't it?
Yeah. Imagine if that was an unintended product of Google Maps or Google Street View, and they hadn't realised that they had photographed everything with such a high resolution that you can actually look between atoms. Imagine that. That would be good.
Well, I think the problem with science and the problem with obviously like runaway, tech, feudalistic tech capitalism is that if something becomes possible, they will do it, and they will optimize it into their service. Like if whilst discovering, black holes tomorrow, we work out the fucking fundamental components of dark matter and figure out like how the universe is constructed, Google, within 2 years would have mapped it so that you could like zoom into your own house in real time and see what you were doing. Yeah, thinking, man. That's it. Yeah, once. Oh my god.
Look inside your own brain and see the neurons firing. Or if you've just forgotten something, obviously there'd be a slight delay on the on the tech, so you could just go into your brain and go, that's what it was. We
live there right now.
Do we?
I'll just say this. I will just say, yeah, of course we do. The sad truth is that we all like to think, our thoughts are indivisibly our own and we're really complicated beings. But what big data has achieved is showing that actually we follow very basic thought patterns, and that you don't need to be able to read somebody's mind to predict their actions because they don't have that level of free will.
We
live within a sort of...
You come here for coins and you get the sad truth. Sorry if you didn't want to hear it. You've had the sad truth revealed to you. That's out there now. You can't expunge that from your brains yet, until bloody Google get their hand on the Eternal Sunshine technology, which they probably already have. I've not seen it.
That's it. We've probably been fucking living this for years.
Probably. How many lakes are there in Andorra? I mean, it looks like there's a lot of ponds.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of ponds.
A lot of ponds.
Because I don't know if I'm ready to call all of these lakes tarns, perhaps.
No, I think a lake has a very specific...
Yeah.
I don't quite know what the definition of a lake is, other than like a vague sense of scale.
Yeah.
I imagine it's got to have two, like a tributary and then a fucking whatever the word is when it feeds back out again.
Yeah.
Probably just another a river.
An exhaust.
An ass.
An ass. Yeah.
An ass lake.
The river ass. Sounds like a Bill Callahan album.
Right, yeah. Well, I went down to the river ass.
The river's ass.
Andy, can we cut to Sam's Can for another quick can update?
Yeah, you bet your ass we can.
Can we cut to Sam's Can and to grabbing a quick can update? Rock and roll!
Yeah, okay, so now we're drinking a Dream Factory. Which is a pale ale by Two Tribes.
It's another thing that
hopefully these...
Google's probably already got.
Yeah, Google Deep Dream, man. No, I don't like that idea that the internet shouldn't be dreaming. It shouldn't be in some sort of sleep state. You know, it makes it kind of like a Lovecraftian horror, just waiting to be awakened.
Yeah. How's
So
the beer?
yeah, so yeah, it's a pale ale. Dream Factory, two tribes, no longer going to war, but they've joined forces to produce some sort of
Dream Factory.
cool craft beer. And it's pretty fucking simple as nuts, really. It's going from the can into a glass because the cans are a bit dusty in the shop. And once the foam has subsided, I will begin to sip.
Wonderful. What do you here's one for the chat. What do you believe the simplest nut to be?
Oh. Okay, hold on. No, it's not as
and I would
easy
like
as I
you,
thought.
I would like you to explain your working. We'll catch up with some comments whilst you're thinking about that. Pissing Myself says reminiscent of the Octo coin. That was can't remember. Josie R says if I landed on that in GeoGuessr, I would not guess Andorra. That must have been relating to one of the little looks at Andorra. Don't piss. Word suggestion from Adam Larter is Pizzagate. Andorra also has a series of horse coins. These are from... Bloody hell, mate.
Come on, let's get the peepers wrapped on these. Let's get them up big.
Oh, of course.
Put it on the big screen.
Sorry, I didn't realise that we were still on Sounds Cam.
Wow.
It's pretty stupid. So this guy looks like he's doing some sort of athletics or gymnastics aboard the horse. I'm keeping with it. I'm sticking with
the board horse.
I'm sticking with aboard a
board
horse.
horse.
I think you can board a horse.
Mm-hmm. So hold on. So you have officially come full circle on whether or not a horse is aboard.
I don't think it's
because if that man is aboard a horse, he's aboard. He's aboard the horse.
Would you say that you're aboard a skateboard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course I would.
Of course you would, because it helps you in this situation. But I don't think you would ever, in any other context, say that. But you're very happy to misrepresent yourself, to lie about your own convictions here, just to get one over an old bar. But that's that's what the sunglasses do, isn't it? Okay, well this guy's aboard this horse, but it looks quite a, I don't know. I've got a friend who is into, or I say into, has represented Team GB in sort of rodeo horse things. And I always assumed that her horses were slightly more dainty than that. That looks quite a bulky horse. Anyway, what do you make of the on?
It's the same as before, isn't it? Really, it's not so interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, it's missing a face. It's missing the Liz.
Well,
I'm not a big fan of crest coins. I'll be honest.
Well, I mean, you know.
Oh, she'd be on the horse.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that would take the coin up significantly in my estimations.
If the Liz was aboard the horse.
Or if the Liz was the horse.
Interesting. But then it's a bit of a problem because who are you putting aboard the Queen? The Quarce.
Britain.
Britannia.
No.
Riding the Queen.
No, Britain.
I just don't think you want to enter into any sort of situation in which something or somebody is riding the Queen.
Yeah, no, right.
I think it's...
I also, my other query here is that FEI vaulting appears to be trademarked, and I don't think I've ever... Well, maybe in the Coca-Cola coin, but I don't think I've seen many trademarks on coins, and I think it seems like quite gauche to have the name of a brand or an organisation on a coin.
On money. Yeah.
Non-circulating.
Yeah, branding money, advertising through money.
Yeah.
It does feel a bit nightmarish, doesn't it? Even if it's for something simple as horse vaulting.
Yeah. So this is the International Equestrian Federation, but obviously it's in sort of French or Andorran or whatever sort of dialect they speak there. So it is presumably the Federation International
Equestriani.
International.
Yeah.
FEI vaulting. Vaulting is practiced by both men and women competing together on teams or separately as individuals. It is a competitive discipline where both dynamic and static gymnastic elements are combined and performed on a cantering horse. It requires both outstanding physical condition from the vaulter and a harmonious relationship with the horse if the ideal display of strength, coordination, rhythm and suppleness and balance is to be achieved. I think we're going to have to look this up.
Yeah, I want to know what they're vaulting onto. Or are they just static on... No, she looks like she's vaulting on and off the horse right there.
I think this is just a VT at the start of the event.
That's cool.
This video is an hour and a half long.
Yeah, you want to get... I mean, there's the horse.
She's about to hop
there
on.
She goes.
There you go. Bloody hell.
There you go. Okay. This is good. So the horse is on some sort of... Would you call that a fulcrum? How would you describe this? Pivot.
A pivot, yeah, something like that. I think a fulcrum is... I mean, I don't know if it's the correct word, but it's certainly a word that I feel quite good about using at this point. I think that I'm happy that you've brought the word fulcrum into this, whether it's correct or not. So this is M. McCormack. McCormack from the United States, competing in Paris.
Okay. And the person in the centre, what's their story? Are they like the ref?
I think they are... Well, perhaps they are considered the fulcrum.
Yeah, the sort of the Diablo, right?
They're holding
at the centre of it all.
the rope, yeah, so... Oh, I'd probably take a few points off there, because that looked a little uncomfortable.
No, she's
wonderful
off.
Stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, not bad, actually.
Giving him a little cuddle.
Oh.
Thank you very
So that's
much.
quite nice. So it's there's a whole triangle here. It's not just about the harmonious relationship between Volta and an equine animal, but also between the centre of the circle.
This is
the master of it all.
Silvia Stopazzini. 25, FEI rank 11, WEG rank also 11. So let's...
It's pretty good WEG rank.
Yeah, and the lunger, who presumably is the person in the centre, is Lorna Carnabucci.
The lunger.
The lunger.
Brilliant. Not...
We're learning terms.
Yeah, and what's the name of the horse?
Oh, right, so maybe... Okay, so that's... so Paris was the horse name. So this is Rosenstolz.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, she's going to have to catch up with him. He's off.
Gotta get a bit of a run up to... He does, to be fair...
Yeah.
So
What's that whip for?
I was quizzing... I was querying the size of the horses, but that looks like a pretty hefty horse.
That's massive. Or she's really...
Yeah.
Small, but I mean, come on, that is, yeah.
It's a pretty big horse.
It's a really big horse.
Bloody hell. She's
enough.
got like a little handle on the side that she sort of hooks herself into. I presume they all have that. Wow.
Where do you even start getting into this?
I think you probably start with being incredibly rich and growing up around horses.
You've got to have a horse, haven't you? First off, you can't air horse away.
No, or practice on a sibling or anything like that.
Yeah, or of course a hobby horse. Maybe that is.
But you think
actually,
the step up from practicing on a stationary, non-animate hobby horse to working with a real horse, and also getting yourself a lunger. That's
the hard bit, I think.
Yeah.
Finding somebody that you're that simpatico with.
Yeah. And
who you're going to want, stood in the center of your circle.
And you kind of have
lunging about.
So I think that's basically, they're effectively almost an employee, and you have to be good enough to the point where you can kind of consider paying them to do this. And also, you've got to basically have a big circle.
You think they're employees?
Well,
I guess,
I don't
yeah,
know.
otherwise they're kind of like co-competitors, and
Well, they're just kind
it's
of
a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
giving up their
Unbalanced relationship.
giving up their time to hold a horse, whip it occasionally so that it goes in a circle whilst you kind of dick around on its back.
Yeah.
We've got another extreme coin here. So I'll just get
Okay. Is
So-
it from the same guys?
Yeah, we're going heavy into Andorra
Oh
today.
no. No. It's even worse.
Now, I
The
thought that the last one was called
perspective, everything.
the last one was called a dinar, whereas this one has been, I believe, misspelled, or maybe it hasn't been, as a 10 diners.
Diners,
10
yeah.
diners there. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Who can say? Somebody can.
I mean, just really shows the amount of effort that's gone into this coin and its listing.
To be fair, this is called diners as well. Let's just go up and check the other one and make sure I haven't boobed. No, that one is called a dinar. So,
Dinar. Well, yeah.
well, what can we say?
Someone somewhere's got it wrong.
How
Yeah.
could
I hate these coins.
Josie H says, how could I forget the 2015 £2 coin with the Meat Union flag? Not sure what that means. That forum was... Oh, right, yes, going back to the forum post. Okay, well, we've got a lot of comments to go through here. Lakes in Andorra to the tune of Pigs in Vienna, says Pissing Myself Funny Bear. Google Maps X Ant-Man, says Ben Target. Ben says, a lake must be less round than a coin, but at least twice as deep. Peanut, unsalted, is the simplest nut. Not cooked either. Right, said Fred, is the simplest nut, says Adam Larter. Not sport-themed, but absolutely Andorra-themed coin with a marmot for some reason. So we've got to look at that. Fuck off.
Oh, wow. I kind of like it. It's old. Presumably this is the shape of the country.
I think it is, yeah.
Is this another Andorran?
It is another Andorra.
Diner.
I do. Yeah, so that's a dinar. But that's basically just how many have we seen that basically effectively just have a photo printed on a coin?
Yeah, do you know what? I would have to see one in the flesh to really understand what's going on there, because it doesn't feel like you can make money that way. Just fucking whack a photo onto metal.
Oh, good lord.
Seems a bit wrong. I'll level with you. I like the shape. I think that's really bold. I don't think you see that
You like
enough.
The shape of Andorra, do you? There it is.
I like that they've used it as for coin. I think it will make, if all countries did that, it would make slot machines a bit of a disaster.
10p machines and 2p.
And also, would they all have to be to scale? So then, Russia
would be too.
It's going to be
have
absolutely unwieldy, isn't it? Yeah, and then your micronations.
Well, your Vatican is.
Well, I can't really think of any.
Well, think about
Vatican City's lost.
Think about it this way: Micronesia. You get that as money. How the hell do you do that?
A necklace.
I suppose so.
Yeah, you'd have to get string.
Yeah.
Or like a strong magnet.
Yeah.
Instead of wallets, people would have strong magnets, and that would be cool.
But then,
and harder to mug. Especially if you somehow transplanted the magnet into your hand.
But it would be then easier for people to kind of... Well, certainly you'd have problems as well passing by things that are metal, using devices. Using a laptop, you might have difficulty. I don't know if laptops are still fucked up.
You just got to keep your hand over here. You'd have to keep it well away.
Yeah.
You know? And then there could be a whole industry in people like designing little rests that would sort of sit on your shoulder here, and you could just lean your hand back on it quite comfortably.
Ben Target says peanuts are legume. Mew KG, and then corrects
Are they?
himself to say peanuts are legumes. Yeah, they are. They are. I mean,
Interesting. And aren't cashews a fruit?
yeah, probably. Can we cut to my cam for a quick
Don't
count?
cashews? Yeah.
It's Paulaner München Hefe Weissbier, Nater Trub.
Thank you very much. What type of beer is it?
It's a Weissbier.
Weiss beer.
Nice Weissbier.
Wheat beer.
Yeah. So we've got. I'm sorry it's taking us so long to get through the comments today. We're almost there though. Oh wow, that is a Palau, $5 from a 2010 Seabreeze smelling
You gotta
coin.
get it.
Smelling.
Get it on the big screen.
Smelling. Oh fuck's sake! Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Smelling.
Wow. Smelling coin.
Okay. What does it smell of?
Well, right. Okay. So I'm gonna let's. Surfing has been known for over 4,000 years. While traveling through the South Seas,
Bullshit.
Polynesians spread this sport. For the natives of Hawaii, surfing is not only a sport; it is a cultural and spiritual feature in society. The Hawaiian word for surfing is ?nalu ? This means glide to the shore on a wave ? or ? to find oneself ? This new cent coin shows a surfer.
Somebody's got their question mark and apostrophe button mixed up.
Yeah, they very much have. This new cent coin shows a surfer who has just ridden in a tube. Everyone ? dream that carries out this sport. It is an indescribable adrenaline boost which only the best are able to experience. With waves of over 10 meters in height, only the most courage ? or should one say craziest, plunge themselves into this mass of water.
Now there should have been a question mark there. They raised a albeit rhetorical question. Maybe instead of reading out the question mark, just put the inflection on it.
Okay, I'll try that. Josie has just flagged the last sentence, which I have just seen, but I'm going to keep it secret because it is wonderful.
Okay.
The phrase "onolicious,"
I'm excited for it.
onolicious, is a term which is used in the surfer slang and comes from the Hawaiian word ono, delightful, groovy, and the English word delicious. It means as much as really delicious, really good, or really great. For once, having the chance to dance on this mass of water, one has the urge to call out, "Onolicious!" Rub the wave, then you can literally smell the danger.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That got me. Most because I thought "onolicious" was the punchline to the bit, but no.
To be
Rub
fair,
the wave, and then you can really smell the danger.
yeah, I don't think that's a real left field punchline. We're getting an RTW going in the chat from Pete and Elise for "Rub the Wave," and of course,
Yeah, you got to rub the wave.
STD, smell the danger. So I'm absolutely bowled over that we've been blessed with this coin, because three. It seems like it's just a real melting pot for different ideas here. A coin that is about the history of surfing, the dangers implicit
really
in
commemorating
surfing.
surfing.
But also, we've decided we're going to have stinking coins, but you've got to rub them to get the smell.
Yeah, that's right. There's like a vocab lesson, a history lesson, and then like an experiment in 4D coins, all in one. The way it still doesn't really tell us what the coin smells like, and
Oh,
if
it's
anything,
it didn't
I'm
actually
more
say
put
really.
off than I was.
I misread it. It says literally smell the danger.
Literally,
Which I think actually makes even less
even better.
sense. Wow.
Mm.
So I'm just having
Yeah,
that.
fair enough. I mean, I quite like the coin. I love
Yeah.
Honalicious at the top. I love that
Yeah.
we've learned a new little bit of vocab there.
Yeah.
I love just scent of paradise. No,
Yeah.
no
They
monetary information at all. What's the off looking like?
the on is looking like this
Oh yeah, this is the on.
because it's got the value on it. So you've got
Interesting. Okay, so
Rainbow's End
you've got
there.
Neptune.
Neptune, one of his
Yeah.
big titty mermaids who hangs out with him. There.
Hmm.
Sorry, I've zoomed in too far. You can't see her. But
I got to be honest. If this is the actual crest of Palau, this is really getting me into crests right now.
yeah. So
They've got Poseidon or Neptune, however you want to, whichever freaky way you want to do it nowadays. He's there at Rainbow's End.
Yeah.
Someone's like kayaking above, throwing out a little banana, or I don't know what they're chucking out there, but
he's got some sort of navigation
or if that's just like a
themed thing. That's like a sort of side thing that they have going on for some reason. I can't give you any more than that, but I can definitely confirm
like
that
a little kiddie kayak.
it is a sort of side thing that they have going on for some reason. He's got a treasure chest there as well. Again, I will say that one of the things that I'm not so keen on is the dollar sign going after the monetary value.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but these guys are doing it their own way.
It's one of those things that does get my goat a little bit.
Well, personally, for me, the problem is putting treasure on a coin suddenly raises the question of, if you were to look at that treasure close enough, would there be a Republic of Palau coin, and then would the Neptune crest with the treasure chest be on the of that coin, and ad infinitum?
Well, I mean that's what we'd hope, isn't it? If you can get the Google Micro Looker out, take it out for a spin, the Google Micro Looker, then you'd hope that you'd be able to see. I mean, you'd hope that you'd be able to see a bit more details of Poseidon, Neptune there. See into the coin thing. Have a look at these sort of kind of seaweed that they're all hanging out on. Figure out whether Poseidon is wearing robes or whether that's a fishtail there on him. Whether he is a merman of some sort.
Well, this is the problem, isn't it? That you get this kind of technology, and sure, for the first 5 minutes, you're thinking, can I infinitely, fractally zoom in to coins forever? And then within 2 minutes, you're trying to look through Poseidon's robe to see whether he's got a cock.
Well, I wasn't thinking that. Josie H has pointed out that that is not the seal of Palau. This is.
Oh. That's crap, isn't it? The fact that they've had to put official seal on there, I don't know, really undermines.
But you're missing out on this little triangle face. This guy
living triangle
is a living triangle. He's hanging out with some circles. He's put his flag down. His flag says official seal.
And Andy, question to you. The zigzag lines coming off his head, are they a mountain range in the background,
antenna.
whiskers,
Antenna.
or arms?
They're antenna.
Antenna.
They're antenna. Their antenna. He's a little moth.
That's scary. That means he's listening.
He's a little moth, but he's got his face on his underside, as opposed to sort of like eyes outside.
Oh, yeah.
That's the moth of
I can see that now.
Oh, God. I love that, I'll be honest. I really like that. I think it's charmingly shonky.
Mm-hmm. Could do a little bit of work.
I mean, they have had 40 years to work on this, and they haven't.
I'll say this: I don't think I should ever be able to look at the official seal of a country and think, yeah, I could knock that up in Illustrator in about an hour and a half. You know?
I put it to you that actually I think you probably could knock up. I'm not going to say the majority, but certainly a significant proportion of coats of arms in Illustrator in about an hour and a half. You still there?
Well, show me a seal and I'll tell you.
Are you? How's the?
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No.
I can hear you.
Oh, my internet's gone to shit.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. Oh, if you can hear me, I'm just letting you.
I can hear you.
My internet has currently gone to shit.
Yeah, I guess that. I mean,
I can't really hear you.
Okay.
Let me just sort it out somehow.
Okay, I'm gonna stop something. I'm gonna stop talking for a bit, and then you can kind of figure out how long a delay you.
Hold on.
Okay. Or I can figure that out.
Okay, I just heard you describe the delay problem, so now I'm answering you in real time. I, based off that information, can't tell you how long the delay is, but hopefully that gives you some sense of how fucked the internet is.
Yeah, I can tell you it's quite a long time. We just wait for that information to get through. Oh right, okay, no, there we go. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Good.
Well,
we're back. We're back. But that
Yeah.
was a while. That was a real.
Are we back?
Yeah.
We're coming. It's coming back.
Yeah, we're back.
Sorry.
We're back. I think that's fine. No, you'll be glad to hear that during that complete absence of content of any kind, there were no comments. We've got nothing to catch up on. But let's just try and see if we can look up the official seal of. I'm going to say. Let's have a look at Kyrgyzstan. To be fair, I quite like that. But I reckon you could...
I think that would take. I think it would take longer than an hour and a half, to be honest. Those fiddly bits around the rim.
Yeah.
I love this coin.
Yeah, we've got some love for
Although I suppose once you've got one shape, you could just duplicate it up. Oh, maybe I could. Maybe
Yeah.
on a really good day.
Yeah. I mean,
But it wouldn't take longer than a day, to be fair. Actually,
You're definitely not gonna. I think you'll have a great deal more difficulty with the emblem of the Kyrgyz Soviet Socialist Republic.
Yeah, not unless I could trace it.
There's less
Yeah,
symmetry.
if I had to
going
do
on
that
there, so-
blind, no
yeah.
way.
Um,
Yeah. But...
Josie rightly points out that the blue and yellow version looks too Kazakh, so it's probably this this version that is the real one. But I mean,
More fiery.
to be honest, I like the majority of them. I think they've got a good aesthetic.
Do we have a seal? Does Britain have a seal? We're very used to seeing the American seal, aren't we? I don't know if I could tell you what ours is.
Well, we've got the royal.
These fuckers.
The royal coat of arms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I think
rubbish.
it's- I
I
think
want a
it's-
seal.
I think it's probably that, isn't it?
These guys again.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ben Tajay says the simplest nuts are pine nuts. Ben Tajay says little triangle guy is a long house. Ah, yeah. And then we've caught up with that rash of comments. I'm just going to see. I'm going to look up another.
What about the coconut?
Huh?
What about the coconut?
The coconut? Do you think that's the simplest nut?
Yeah. Yeah, it's big. It's pretty simple, basic. Once you get inside it.
Yeah, I suppose so. Now, Josie, you might have some information in this. I understood that I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Bougainville had achieved independence, or was going to be granted independence from, I believe, Papua New Guinea, but I haven't seen it come up on any sort of countries or flag quizzes, or even heard any more about it since I read the article saying that it had achieved independence. So if you've got any intel on that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I just thought I'd look up if they had a seal yet. They've got a QR code.
I hope that's not it.
Yeah, that would fucking
scan
suck.
it.
That would suck, and I would insist that they were immediately subsumed back into Papua New Guinea after that.
Yeah. Having approved written across your official seal in the typewriter font. Yeah.
Josie would assume it's more of an autonomous state at this point. Great. Well, let's get away from that QR code. I don't like it. I'll do one more seal. Let's try for one more seal.
Yeah, come on.
I reckon you wouldn't have a great deal of trouble with that.
Well, the lions, unless they were coming as pre-installed patterns, that's quite hard actually.
Right. Okay.
It's the interesting thing with like being a designer is that I'm not like a very talented artist at all. Like if someone told me to draw a lion, it would fucking suck.
Yeah.
You know, but if someone was like, lay out this information in a clear and slightly beautiful way, yeah, I could do that. Pretty sort of degrading job actually on the whole, I'm realizing.
Let's try another country. I did say I'd stop, but I can't stop.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck, man? That cannot be a seal. You couldn't put that on a stamp.
Okay, that's the coat
a
of
rubber
arms.
stamp.
That's the coat of arms of Honduras.
That is so mad.
It's fucking sick, that, isn't it?
I love this coin.
But hold on. I'll tell you this. This is actually... Holy shit. I'm actually having a little bit of deja vu here because for some reason we have looked at this before because these are horns of plenty down the side here, are they not?
Yeah. Yes.
Cornucopia, yeah. I feel like we've looked at this before. Have we not been here?
I don't...
Discussing cornucopias and...
We've definitely discussed cornucopia, but I don't think that they have come up in the context of the official seal or coat of arms of Honduras before.
Okay, this image is ringing quite a big bell for me. I couldn't tell you why. Some sort of interesting information perhaps about like what countries choose to have horns of plenty and what it means. Maybe I read an article or something. That's the kind of shit I do.
There are quite a few sort of fun variations of this, but I do think that the first one that we clicked on was probably the nicest.
Yeah, the official. But man, I mean, how many seals like provoke artist interpretations? Not many. This is an inspiring work of art. Like, just taking it, the more I look at it, what even is going on in the inner oval? There's like some sort of future paradise in there, but with like castles and...
You've got so the castles appear to, I mean, I can't get it quite big enough. Maybe I can. What I like about the... What I like...
Oh, yeah, now that's big.
They've got little googly eyes. They've got little googly eyes and their mouths are open.
Oh, no.
They are looking out of the oval and they are shocked by what they can see in our world. But in the world of Honduras, which contains this bizarre pyramid and a mountain topped by the sun, a rainbow is stretched in between these two astonished turrets.
Well, it looks like Jodorowsky's Holy Mountain, doesn't it? It's got that. It looks like a fucking trip. It's psychedelic. You know, but you're completely right. What is going on with these eyes?
Well, maybe
on the Wikipedia page image for the official seals, there's no fucking getting around this. They've put googly eyes on their fucking turrets here.
Maybe they're tripping. Maybe what lies in between them is the shared hallucination of these two absolutely tripping balls towers.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't often think you could say this about a seal, but I could look at this on acid.
Well, I hope that we do get the opportunity at some point, because this is amazing. I love it. You appreciate the outside and all the details there in the normal world of I don't know, presume is that representing the rest of Central America, and then you pop into Honduras and fuck me.
You think that's what's going on?
What a world! What a world!
Yeah, there is definitely some sort of symbolism happening here. I'm not sure what it is, but
I mean, that's, do
I like it. I like this third eye, inner doors of perception.
Do you think that they
through the mind shaft? We
arrived at this on the 15th of September 1821. Was this design?
You're fucking
design
right, man.
one?
You are
design one.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're sticking with it.
You're fucking right. The 60s. Jesus Christ, you know, it took them an extra 140 years to fucking figure this shit out again. Seals are just ahead of their time.
Pete and Elise have sent another one over that has a lot going on, so we'll just have a little look at that. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm into seals now.
That is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it does, like...
So we got... Is this... Oh.
The level of effort put in is...
Yeah.
There is a gulf, but I think we can forgive the South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands, because I think they have an incredibly small population, probably well outnumbered by seals, and I think this is a rockhopper penguin. And I didn't know these guys were down there, but maybe they are.
What's that, a little moose?
Some sort of
Elk?
deer. I don't know whether it would be considered a moose or an elk, but wow.
What's the what's the collective now? Not the collective now, but what's the sort of the genus of deers and so on? You know, like bovine, ursine. What's their fucking deal?
Ooh.
What are cows called? Are they called like
they're
ungulates?
Cows. Well, yeah, cows will be an ungulate of some sort, I think.
Yeah.
You get odd-toed and even-toed.
A behoofed animal.
Odd-toed and even-toed ungulates, and I think tapirs are one of the. I think there are more even than there are odd. Maybe I could be wrong here.
Let's put it to the test. Now imagine this is a baseball game.
Right. Okay. Basically. Right. Basically.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting down to basics here. What's going on? I'm not retreating to the bush. I'm not signing up to the newsletter. Get fucked. Right. Ungulates are everywhere. During the average South African safari, you'll come across them daily. The hoofed animals of the savannah are some of the most numerous. in Fawley Bush Private Nature Reserve. Where does it get to?
This really is just down to brass tacks.
Yeah, where does it say basically?
Clear as day.
Yeah.
Plain as butter.
This was posted on the 11th of February 2020.
Yeah, do you know what? These guys aren't beating about the bush. They're in the bush looking at ungulates.
Basically, animals that walk on 1 or 3 hoofs are known as odd-toed ungulates, zebras, horses, rhinos, and tapirs. Even-toed ungulates make up the rest of the hoofed animals on Earth. These include bovines, antelope, warthogs, and other pigs and sheep. Even the hippo is loosely lumped into this category, although from a distance.
What does it mean? What name an ungulate that's walking on one hoof? No one's walking on one hoof. Yeah, well, I'm confused now because what is? Do they have one toe or do they have one hoof?
They'll have one. I don't know, mate. Hold up. Let me. Gut.
Skull and teeth.
Sorry. Let's find out. I do. Tell you what, I do love a tapir. They're wonderful, wonderful animals. Let's have a look at the tarpan.
Yeah, not seen one of these before.
There you go. There's one.
Nice.
It's like a grumpy horse.
Looks very similar to the photo of. Do you remember that zebra horse prank that they did?
Zebra horse prank.
And it was just a painted horse.
Hmm.
It was like in a similar era, like the Old West. Well, this is like Russia, but the 1800s or something. Someone was like, "Oh, I found a zebra horse," but it was just a horse that they'd painted. But they got away with it for years. I'm pretty sure. Is there? Or are we getting taken in again by the same old prank?
You've got the carpet.
Nah, that's the same old prank it's always been, mate.
No, that's an carpet. It's got stripes on it.
Nah, I won't get fooled that way again.
Right. Okay. So I haven't found a single-toed ungulate, but I'm sure that there must be. Otherwise, they wouldn't mention it, would they? Let's be honest. Let's be clear about this.
That's what I'm on about. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm just clearing some
A
tabs.
zebroid or a zorse.
Oh right. Okay. Well, that sounds like bollocks, doesn't it?
Apparently they're real. Apparently zebroids are real.
Oh, is this when you crossbreed and it's basically it can't come or something, so that you don't get any more of them, but you can get one.
What? Why would you do that, man?
I don't know. So we let's
Make a
just
horse
get back on track. South Georgia 5 Liz coin.
Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, you're thinking, aren't you? You're thinking that's only 4 Liz as well. There's another fucking Liz on the other side. I wonder what the population of the South Georgia and Sandwich Islands is. Sorry, again. The population is not.
Let's have it. Go on, give it to us.
It's not forthcoming.
Oh my god.
So I think there's, but
Can't be big though.
There's it's not non-permanent population. My friend Tom Burridge actually has been there. He spent years working as a lifeguard at Hythe swimming pool, then working in haulage logistics. Saved up all of his money and then spunked an incredible amount of money to go to Antarctica on a ship and visited the South Georgia and Sandwich Islands.
Well, I think Antarctica's absolutely fascinating, isn't it? I mean, it's sort of one of the last frontiers of Earth. There aren't really many left to us now. We've all, of course, become psychonauts and adventurers in the digital realm of how low can we sink. But the oceans and Antarctica, that's it. Beyond that, baby, all we've got is fucking Mars.
Damn
There's
right.
just death out there.
Damn right. So you came here for fun coins, chat. You've got the sad truth and the fact that there is just death out there. Toothfish.
It's true. Look at it. You look it up.
Toothfish are vital to the island's economy. As a result, Toothfish Day is celebrated on the 4th of September as a bank holiday in the territory. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to the toothfish.
I mean, to be fair, if your economy is dependent on the toothfish, can you really
I love
afford
this
to
coin.
take more than one day off?
Got some love from Ben there. Yeah. You're gonna have to get a lot of them to pay the fucking way. The Chilean sea bass is the other.
Oh, marketing name.
Oh, yeah. I
Not a
suppose
bad marketing name, actually.
Well, it's certainly better than toothfish,
Well,
isn't it?
I'll tell you what, Andy. Yeah, you walk into the Chippy on a Friday night, and you say, "What have you got left?" And they say, "Oh, well, we've got freshly breaded Chilean sea bass or toothfish." What are you going for?
Well, so am I walking into the Chippy late at night? So when most of the other stock is gone, is that the? Well, I think I'd have to question why the Chilean sea bass is still there.
Yeah, towards the end of the night. Well,
yeah,
and
I'd
also,
say,
why is a Chippy open past 8?
Oh no, mate, come on, no, Chippies that are also kind of like kebab shops are open late.
Oh yeah, not like pure fish and chip. Because in terms of the hierarchy there, earliness, fish and chip is the first to go, and then it's curry, and then it's Chinese, and then after that you're looking at chicken, pizza,
Yeah.
kebab, and then just like 24/7 booze suppliers by about 4 a.m.
Yeah, I just want to see.
Pretty sad.
I want to see if it's still there. Yeah, so Central Fish Bar. This is where we used to go after when we were at Paul Bryant's house. We've been playing Halo on the projector for a few hours and drinking some beers. Maybe we played poker as well. Then you go to Central Fish Bar and you'd see what they had left. 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. And you get a big box of whatever's left over if you go late enough for cheap. And you don't get food poisoning, unlike if you go to Dennis's.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good place. No.
I wonder if it's. Is that? No, that's the wrong one. Never mind. You don't need to see that. You don't go to Dennis's.
No,
it's probably been shut. It's probably been shut down because a lot of people did get food poisoning. The emblem.
Well, I went to one in Brighton the other day. I was in Brighton, and I thought, fucking home of fish. And I asked my friend Liam, who lived there for many a year, if he could recommend me a good chippy. And and he sent me to one, and it was the worst place I have ever been. It was like you had to walk like half a mile out of town, and then it wasn't like really decorated. It just had like this big hole in the wall. There was like one bit of shriveled fish left, and the guy wasn't even like in the building when I arrived. He was somewhere else for like 5 minutes, but I was there and I felt compelled to eat something. I got really ill afterwards.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it really upset me.
We've got the emblem.
But if you do want to revisit if you've got stuff to crack on with, you by all means crack on.
Well, I was just going to deal with some of these comments. I'll get rid of some of the more tabs first, just to save up some save up some browser space. The coat of arms of Bhutan, which we were looking for, thanks to Josie. My. That is good. Not bothered about giving you any real information, unless it's operating in a sort of visual language that. I mean, obviously, it's operating in a visual language that I'm not entirely familiar with, due to not really.
Yeah, it's called heraldry, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, with Honduras, at least the outer area outside of the portal to Honduras's inner mental life had sort of trees and like tools and the cornucopia and stuff like that, which presumably was supposed to imply this is a land of plenty. We do some mining, we cut down some trees. That's kind of how we subsist. Also, you can go through this bit and lose your fucking mind. Whereas this is not giving up a great deal.
Well, I mean, to be fair to me, it's very reminiscent of a mandala. So I'm instantly getting the Buddhist collection. I feel like we might be seeing a bit of a lotus flower thing going on at the top, and of course, dragon tells us we're in the east. It's got a whole like wheel of life going on. It suggests to me interconnectivity, strength. There's even the hint of a sort of like a yin and yang philosophy going on in the center here. I think it's all in there, to see when you're ready to.
Yeah, but I mean, coming back to Honduras again, I suppose Honduras is presumably a more recently birthed nation, so. It would kind of be incumbent upon them to use their crest to kind of tell people what they're about, mining, sort of gathering industries, resource industries. Yeah. Whereas this, I suppose, Bhutan being an older nation can just afford to kind of rest on its rep maybe, and just be kind of like, we're not going to tell you anything about our economy or anything like that. You just got to come in. Figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, we're definitely. I mean, I feel I could look at this seal on acid, but I think the trip could go.
It could go
either way. If I was in the wrong headspace.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be looking at this if I'd had some stressful days.
Whereas I don't think it would be. I mean, maybe it would be possible, but. I don't think it would be possible to have a truly bad trip looking at the goggle-eyed castles of Honduras.
No fucking way, man.
They look like fun guys.
You'd be like in Mario Sunshine. Yeah.
So we've got.
You just wouldn't want to like wander into the pits on the outside, because then you could be
that would be trouble.
Meeting some fucking Morlocks or whatever.
Stay in the portal. Ben has sent over the emblem of Uzbekistan, which, again, is very nice. Of course, as I've mentioned many times, me and the Minister for Public Education of Uzbekistan, big friends, go back a long way. So not going to say a bad word about the Uzbeks. But that is...
It's nice, man.
That is very nice, yeah.
Yeah, it tells you what you need to know. It's an Islamic nation. The harvest is plentiful, and there is a utopian vision
as well. Yeah.
Which we could all lay fucking claim to if we wanted, given that we live on an orb.
Yeah, and I think it's shocking how that there are any nations that don't go in for that, because it's a good visual element to include, and particularly if you're looking
it fucking is, man,
with some symmetry and with something that is generally kind of circular. It's just it's a building block.
It's a great place to start when you're thinking flag. Yeah, it's it's weird that we don't use. I guess we don't really see the sun that much over here in old Blighty, but you know, this is horrible.
No. Yeah,
They
but
gone and did it.
imagine how much better if that would
They
be
gone
if
and
it
made the source of their economy into a coin.
the Chilean sea bass. No, this is so whose is this? This is issued on behalf of the Falklands Islands. The Malvinas. The Malvinas. This is from the Malvinas. And yeah, fucking hell, that guy's a... And I do like how I'm assuming those sort of wisps around it are supposed to imply water, but actually, to me, they make it look almost spectral.
Yeah.
Like
you're in Lavender Town.
Well, yeah. This is a ghost of one of the toothfishes that one of the millions of toothfish slayed every day to maintain the economy of the South Georgia and Sandwich Islands or whatever.
That's it. Yeah.
It's saying you killed
rising
me.
out the mist.
You killed me.
Mm.
1 crown though. We don't often see crowns, and I'll be honest, I like the font. I think it's a nice.
Yeah, the font is
font.
a nice numismatic font there. I couldn't tell you quite what it is, but it has the right sense of history to it. You know, it feels like maybe a monk might have etched this long ago.
Yeah.
But also it's very legible and
I think
sans serif.
It is very similar to the font that I downloaded initially for coins that now no longer works on OBS for some completely a reason that is completely impenetrable to me. Can you spend it in South Georgian? Greg's asks Pete and or Lise. So I guess we're gonna have to try and find out. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's bloody go. Oh, do you remember that guy?
No. What is it? Sorry. What's going on? I'm just a bit concerned. I walked into this Greg's, and the first thing I'm seeing is piss on my
this
shoulder.
coin.
The little.
I'm not sure if I even want to spend any money in this establishment.
It's the little piss strips NFT from the piss coin.
From Pisscoin. Somehow we own an NFT.
No,
okay.
you can download it. You can download this GIF whenever you like, but you can't have your ownership of the GIF minted on the blockchain or recorded on the blockchain without buying it. You've got to pay for it.
Right, okay. It doesn't feel like...
What? Are you suggesting that NFTs are complete bullshit? Is that what you're suggesting?
I mean, we've got the piss. What more do we need? It's here, isn't it?
It is most certainly here.
Listen, I've come here today on important business.
What do you want?
To
What do you want?
well, I'm in the area of South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, of course, on business.
Of course, yeah.
And yeah. Well, actually, I can't remember. What is it you guys do down here predominantly? What's your sort of day-to-day source of income?
I don't know, mate. I just sell Greg's.
Don't mind me, just getting my wallet out.
Yeah, fair enough. What would you like?
Well, what have you got on?
Well, we had an illegal whaling crew come through earlier, and they've mostly cleaned us out, aside from the flapjacks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. But I guess I could go for a flapjack. What kind of flavors of flapjack have you got?
Blubber.
Oh yeah. Have you got any Chilean sea bass?
No, we export it all.
Oh, that's a shame. I've kind of
Caught
come all the
here.
way here to experience.
It's caught here, but it barely
Right,
spends a second on the islands before being exported.
So you don't eat it here.
No, you wouldn't believe this. You wouldn't believe this, but I don't think anyone actually eats it. There's a sort of subset of extremely rich and powerful businessmen, who
Classic.
they fuck it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, barely any of it gets eaten. You just send them the whole fish,
Yeah.
and they just kind of fuck it and throw it away.
Fuck it and then throw it away.
That's why you have
Right,
to keep
like a sort of
catching so many.
condom. Because rich businessmen just want to keep fucking.
No, they just kind of shag the fish and then chuck the fish away.
It sounds like a very dangerous thing to have your entire economy predicated on it.
Well, there's such desire for it.
What if rich businessmen decide, the allure of fucking a fish is no longer taboo enough, and they want to move on to presumably sort of water sports
I don't think that's going to happen.
Eating
Nah.
eating the flesh of man. Anyway, listen. Have you got a can I have a pasty?
I said we don't have any. We've got flapjacks. Do you want a flapjack?
Yeah, I'll have a flapjack. Yeah. Go on.
Where's your money?
Can I pay in the currency of your country?
Mate, this is from the Falklands.
Well, hold on. Where the fuck are they?
This isn't legal tender. You can't spend this.
Oh, but it's got a picture of your stupid little fuckfish on it.
That's a Patagonian toothfish.
Your little cock puppet.
That's a Patagonian toothfish. We don't catch them.
Would you like one?
No.
Oh. Can I have the flapjack anyway?
Oh well, actually, I see that you've got a Piss Strips NFT there. I will accept that.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I don't own it on the blockchain, but it is my sort of friend.
Have you got it here? Then?
Here you go. Here it comes. Yeah, watch it. Watch it, mate. Mate, watch it. You're getting it all over me. Look, take it or don't, but just there we go. Off he goes. Bye bye, pissy.
Well,
That was good, wasn't it?
Either nobody knows the nobody remembers the tunnel of chat command, or that was enough to sustain everyone's attention, or they're just off finding other things. Piss coin for Valhalla immediately, says JCH. Let's have a look in Valhalla, see if it's already made its way there. No, it has not.
Oh man, Pringle coin. Remember that fuck.
Pringle coin and Friedrich thingy.
Friedrich Flathead.
Inventor of numbers or whatever.
Phibius feet. Yeah.
Frobius. Frobenium. Frobenius. Friedrich Frobenius. That was that was it. So yeah, the piss guy isn't in there yet. Metallurgy. Nah, still got. Oh, what was this?
The LGBT coin.
Yes.
Britannia and Lady Liberty
Mackinac.
giving it the full 1 troy ounce.
Oh, what a tremendous moment. GC for great chat. We've got a couple of GCs going in the chat for great chat, so that's heartening.
Wow.
We've had some things sent over. So a toothfish recipe has come through from Pete and Orlise from colto.org.
Yeah, is it safe? Safe for work, this one.
Toothfish, sustainable, healthy, delicious.
If you have to say that, it's not. That's clearly a marketing campaign devised to change people's minds.
Well, I was looking up because there's a sign in Stratford which welcomes people to the borough of Newham. So I was trying to look up the motto of Newham. So this isn't the one that I'm familiar with, but I do find Progressio cum populo quite funny. Mostly, and I will admit to being a child here, because it has the word cum in the middle. But yeah, here we go. So this is a sign welcoming you to Newham, a place where people choose to work, to live, work, and stay.
Stay. Yeah, that's a very.
They choose it. They choose it.
It looks like the sign you would see outside like a reopened swimming pool. You know, just like the whole design of it, the energy.
Yeah, well, that's
It's like we've got a gym now.
That's the Olympic Borough for you. Presumably, pre-2012 went through a big rebrand, and that is what they arrived at.
It's not great.
No, it's
absolutely not great. But I mean, obviously, I've been
okay. Here's
coming from. Yeah.
Here's one for the community, the coins community. If you have a bit of spare time over the next week or so, try and rebrand Newham.
You'd feel like you could do it, couldn't you? There's a lot to work with there. You've got new, you've got the word ham.
Yeah.
Could have a good go.
There's work. There's work that you can do. So this is herb crusted toothfish.
It doesn't look very filling, does it?
No, it doesn't. For that, so that serves 6.
Yeah. No, who's saying that?
The toothfish recipe book is saying that. You want
Maybe
6x 160g toothfish portions.
No way.
4 slices of sourdough bread, 2 tablespoons of palm sugar, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 250g unsalted butter, leaves from half a bunch of coriander, 5 coriander roots crushed to a paste, 1 large knob ginger, peeled and cut julienne, 6 red shallots finely sliced, 20 coriander seeds toasted and ground, 10 vine ripened tomatoes, cores removed, 150ml extra virgin olive oil, 150ml red wine vinegar, 10g half bunch tarragon finely chopped, 50g half bunch
That's the
thyme,
only way to do it.
finely chopped, and that whole thing will take you a little while. Can't be bothered to
It's fair. It sounds like all the stuff around it's very nice.
yeah, so this is from so toothfish, you can also get toothfish in Australia. So Neil Perry from the Rockpool Group Australia says, I love working with toothfish. It is the ultimate fish. Supremely delicious, sustainable, and Australian. That's what he says.
There you go. Well, they don't know that, someone else has got their whole economy based on it.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
They're going to be gutted. Listen, Andy, I'm going to crack open my final can of the evening.
Well, let's cross over to Sam's Can.
This is Ted Cameron to grabbing a quick can update. Rock and roll!
Yeah, so here we are, the final can of the evening. I never hear the song. I can only hope that it sustains listening to 3 times in the course of an evening, uh, repeated weekly. And here we are. Of course, it is the final Two Tribes
Wow.
can, and I've gone with the Mariachi,
The mariachi
Mexican lager, and it's 4.7%, and it's got the little seal of Palau on
It's
here.
got the seal of Palau on
There
it,
it
yeah.
is.
Without the little face, which is disappointing, because the little face was my favourite bit, I think.
Little joke for fans of callbacks, and this one is apparently it's about supporting live music, so that's great.
That's cool.
And it's a Mexican lager yeast and Columbus, so
that's absolutely fucking sick. Have you cracked it yet?
Yeah, I cracked it. Built a little bit.
Let's give us a little taste update.
There it goes. Well, I got to wait for the fizz to come down.
Of course, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm close to the bottom of my my Hefe Weiss beer. What's the percentage on this boy? 5.5. Fair enough. I did have a big Carlsberg at the start.
Oh, that is quite big.
Yeah. Pint can. It's 4.8% volume now as well. They've gone up from the 3.8 that it used to be. Well, actually, that's export, isn't it? So that's export. So that's, that explains to an extent.
Carlsberg is 4.8%.
Export.
That's mad.
Export is. Obviously, normal Carlsberg certainly used to be 3.8. I don't know whether they've changed that now. So the count has obviously returned, but nobody has activated the count yet. So I'll just take that as a sign that maybe people don't want it anymore.
Wow.
I mean, did they want it in the first place?
Did you find it?
Who possibly could say, yeah, it's fucking there.
Oh my god.
It's been there the whole time.
I've not even noticed that.
I told you that earlier.
I didn't even notice that all evening.
I told you that before we started. Anyway, sun's out, bones out.
Oh, right.
Let's crack on. There we go. Pissing myself related to the count. So, here we are. Currently at 33. Where do you think we're going after that?
I don't know. It's been a little while. Of course, we have the 2 weeks off, and 3 weeks previous, you had lost the count.
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest, I've kind of lost the thread a little bit. I'm not sure if I remember all of the major characters or plot points going on. I'm a little bit in the dark as to where we're going.
Yeah. Josie H says 33 and a third is next for the vinyl heads. And I will confess, I'll hold my hands up high. I will look into the eyes of God and admit that when I first saw 33 and a third, my immediate thing that my mind jumped to was the third Naked Gun film. Notably, significantly less funny than the other two. And I can't remember if the second one was funny. I certainly think that I enjoyed the first one. But maybe...
Well, which is the one? The first one is, of course, the classic. There's a sort of beautiful woman in a dress, and an evil man with a mustache wants to sort of have it with her beaver. But then Leslie Nielsen is funny.
Yeah.
And it works out for them, and there's a fridge. And the second film is baseball, and there's a hostage situation, and a sort of a murderer never convicted, but certainly he did do it. Yeah, and then in the third one, maybe O.J. Simpson gets a cactus in his nuts while stuck under a cop car.
Yeah, that sounds like a fairly accurate summation, I think. Cammy says 34 is 1 year older if Jesus had survived, so that's that. Josie H says, which Naked Gun has the heinous transphobia silhouette joke? I would imagine that's probably the second or third one. I wouldn't have thought they'd have stooped
It
to
rings
that in
a
the
little
first
bell.
one, but
It does. It gets into that era, doesn't it? The closer you get towards the 90s, the more that like
well, you
Ace
have Ace Ventura,
Ventura
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
era of. It's a real thing that Hollywood goes through. I've been watching loads of movies over lockdown, and especially with comedies, one of the things that really strikes me is that films get incredibly unfunny towards the 90s, and they stay that way for potentially forever.
I saw Isabel from
I've always thought of.
Isabel from Comedy Club for Kids and ACMS retweeted a skit, sort of a skit that somebody did in April of this year. Indeed, a fella. And I'll give you the scenario. I'll give you the scenario of the skit. The scenario of the skit was introducing somebody you know to your favourite film when you were a teen from about 2004.
Yeah.
It goes much as you would expect. It's just incredibly problematic. But I think that is a very familiar feeling, isn't it? Kind of going, I thought this was incredibly funny and great when I was little, but actually, looking back, bloody hell, attitudes have changed for the better, and this is dreck and needs to get in the bin.
Yeah, and I think because of the era in which we were like born, we I mean, speaking very specifically just in this narrow band of ourselves now.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to think that's just movies were like that and then they got better. But listen, this is what really drove it home for me. You watch Tremors and then you watch Evolution, very, very similar films, you know, separated by about 10 years. I was really looking forward to rewatching Evolution. It fucking sucked, man. It sucked wall to wall. And it's a real shame because Evolution, up until this watch through, I've always maintained. I'm like, oh yeah, it really holds up. It's good. It's not. It's fucking trash, man. You watch that next to Tremors. You come and you tell me what was funny and what was incredibly well written and had heart and was well directed. No way, man. Forget it. You go home.
I've never seen Tremors. I should watch Tremors.
Rocks.
I'd never seen Mallrats the first time round, but somebody in the house had an affection for Mallrats from years ago and had the DVD, and we stuck it on. Fuck me, it was shit, absolute dog shit. And Josie R says it's like this watching 90s noughties British comedy shows. Me and my housemate Dave have been doing, I would say a rewatch, but obviously nobody watched it the first time round. A watch of the David Baddiel sitcom Baddiel's Syndrome.
Yeah.
Which I would recommend giving a look. It is atrocious. But the subplot which is in it for let's say the first 5 episodes, where David Baddiel is visibly perturbed when his son makes indications that he might be gay.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
It's that fucking Hollywood effect, man. It's that American Pie, like, sex is inherently awkward and funny, and, you know, your dad's a prude and, like, intolerant or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird... I mean, I don't really know how to say this, but at the moment, I'm doing a little bit of a job that kind of basically involves like rewatching all old British sitcoms, and yeah, fuck me, it's tough out there.
Josie R says the Harry Hill show is also surprisingly bad on rewatch, which is disappointing because I always had a great affection for Stuffer and found that very funny when I was like 10 or whatever. No, doesn't like it.
I've always thought that was crap.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it was just like You've Been Framed.
No, it wasn't. Oh, no, I was talking about the Harry Hill Channel 4 show. Not TV Burp. Not TV Burp.
Oh, right. Oh, maybe I've not seen it then.
Yeah, I mean, anyway. Cammy Sinclair asks whether 1990 is still great. Pete and Elise confirm that they believe that it is the 3rd Naked Gun film which has the heinous transphobia silhouette joke. How much blackface in Baddiel Syndrome? I don't think there is any. As far as I have seen, obviously Badil has a
No
on
way.
Sean
They've all.
for-
Yeah.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Well, no, he got that out on fantasy football, didn't he?
Yeah.
Can we? Well, okay. We should probably progress with the count anyway. So we're coming up to the number 34, which, as we've established, is the year,
Spoilers.
the age that Jesus would be if he died a year later.
Makes you think. Feels good, actually. It makes you does make you think like what he would have gone on to do if he'd not died for our sins.
Bigger cupboard.
You reckon he would have just got back into carpentry?
Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon the whole Messiah thing was just a kind of like he's getting towards his late 20s. He's getting kind of he's got this combination of sort of ego and also like huge self-doubt. He's kind of like trying to find some sort of coping mechanism, and so he does that. But then he gets to like 33 and kind of realizes that hasn't come off. And maybe actually that creating things and getting into a craft isn't something that's beneath him. It's something that actually has a function and can kind of help people out. People need furniture.
You got Tunnel of chatted it whilst sticking it to the man, i.e., God.
I got double fucking tunneled there as well.
People just don't want to fucking hear the truth about the big J,
Look, I'm 31 now. I'm kind of starting to feel that just trying to express myself through.
You're ready to be martyred.
Imagining how Jesus might have felt. Anyway, let's cross the can for a quick can update.
All right. Whilst you do that, I'm gonna go for a little quick.
Piss. Gentleman's piss.
I'm gonna go and invest some piss coin.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wonderful call.
Oh, hold on, Andy. I'm gonna. Oh, what did you say?
No, you carry on.
No, it's a piss coin. I was gonna say I'm gonna I was gonna rub the wave and literally smell the danger. I'm sorry that my speculation about how Jesus would have felt upon turning 34 riled the chat to such an extent. But that's just how I'm feeling. This latest and indeed last beer for this evening is called Löwenbräu Original, which I think I've probably had on stream before. Gebraut nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot Münchner Brau Tradition. Tunneled for the lols. That's fine. That's okay. It's. I mean, that's what we're all about. Here at the end of the day, really, isn't it? It's all about laughs and learning. Laughs and learning. The 2 L's. Can I get a double L in the chat for laughs and learning? Yeah, got a pair of L's from Pete, Josie H, and Josie R. Let's get this link up from treasured and wonderful Pete and or Lee.
Wow.
Oh God.
This coin makes me sick.
Fuck me. Fuck me. That.
I'm back and I'm looking at something horrible.
That is truly fucking rancid. I'm gonna stick my neck out and say that this is comfortably the worst coin we have ever looked at.
What's happening?
Well,
this is depicting the birth of our prince George.
I don't know whether it is. So yeah, it is.
So this is supposed to be Kate Middleton and our fucking future king with an absolutely generous amount of hair.
They've given him more fucking hair there, haven't they? They've given him more fucking hair. So they're macking off, presumably at their wedding, and the implication is that at some point after that has happened, a fuck will occur, and then this guy's going to bring a prince in a bag.
Well, that's absolutely, isn't it? That's the problem. The moment you talk about conception on a coin, that, like, you know, adults with money, they know what the fuck is up. This is a fuck coin. It's a royal fuck coin.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: is his grandmother on the back?
God, she is, isn't she?
Yeah.
Looking sternly on. Protect the bloodline.
Absolutely
Ensure
not.
the bloodline.
Could you imagine that?
Oh God!
Fucking your grandma on the back of a fuck coin. Somebody in is this another Sandwich Islands coin?
Yeah, this is. I mean, clearly, like the South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands are like the anti-New, because New is just knocking out absolutely crazy bangers, the most insane coins you've ever seen, and then this is just utterly vomit-inducing, fucking jingoistic nonsense monarchist shite.
Yeah, from the fucking tip of Antarctica.
and as Josie R notes, the Queen has been the Queen has been rendered rather favourably there compared to the texture on them.
Yeah, it's mottled.
They are mottled. Who says?
Not, and of course, not even to mention the fucking elephant in the room, which is this sort of turquoise stork.
Yeah, so Pissing Myself suggests that the stork was remembered at the last minute and had to be. Oh God, we've got to make it bimetallic. We've already minted all of them, so let's stick them back in the minting machine. I don't know what they have. I'm not an expert. Bunged that.
Yeah.
On.
Now let me ask you this: is this a coin that they were making to commemorate the wedding, and then they got the news through on the 12th of July? They were like, she's up the fucking duff. We got to capitalize on this.
Well, that's a big cue, isn't it? That's a big cue. I don't know whether. So what's his? That's a little cunt's name. Prince George, isn't it? Prince George.
George. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was born on the 22nd of July. Wills and Kate were married. Certainly a couple of years before that, I think, weren't they?
Oh, you would bloody well hope so.
Yeah, so I reckon.
Yeah, if they're not sticking to the old Christian traditions, then you know who the fuck is.
This was minted especially.
And you can fucking tunnel of chat me for that, but
I don't know if I can take another.
You know, on this channel, sometimes we.
The last one felt like a real.
You break your will.
A real kick in the soul. We can't put it in the Hall of Bad Money because we'll have to see it again. Says Pissing Myself. Would love to see this coin with the Duchess photoshopped out, leaving a strange negative space Duke face. Well, that's one for the Photoshop heroes of the chat.
Well, and also at the same time, wasn't he accused of having an affair?
Yeah,
that never got reported over here. But I remember the rumor going around that everywhere else in the world you could read about it.
He's fucking around. He's guaranteed to be fucking around. I've just noticed actually the pound sign The pound sign down there looks a lot like it has basically just been cribbed from the pound stretcher sign, and not the kind of pound sign that you actually have on British money.
An interesting accusation.
I mean, I'm not saying.
I mean, I don't know how you
what
would.
has happened, but it looks. It's got a kind of uncanny valley pound sign thing going on there. I think, as far as I'm concerned, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be casting aspersions where aspersions need not be cast. But the two's top heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have a quick look at one of my £2.
Yeah.
Oh no, because these are all special, so they've all just got it written on them, haven't they?
Oh,
Little fucks.
God, all my money's special. Oh, I got too much special.
Do you know what?
Money.
Actually, I think we might have said this before, but I'll say it again. I think fundamentally the problem is you should never use numerals and symbols on a coin. You always spell out the full word £2 if you want it to look fucking proper.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
This is gauche. This is shorthand.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit beneath a coin.
I reckon I'm with you there. I mean, to some this may come across as snobbery, but I think I agree with you. I think full text. Full text is good. Obviously, maybe there are accessibility problems with that. I don't know. I don't know if
I think it's the other way around, surely, because you spell it, you've only got to learn the alphabet, but you do this, you've got to learn the sort of Arabic numeral system, and then also symbols.
If you've got a tactile way of reading, then that is fewer characters. I still think it looks
right. If you talk about being blind, though, you would. Yeah. You wouldn't. If you were blind, you wouldn't. Well, actually, maybe they're the only people that would buy this coin. I don't know.
Well, I think so. It looks hard.
Yeah. Seems likely.
Cammy is somewhere. Cammy has sent a location update. This might be on Messenger. Yeah, Cammy has sent a location update, and let me tell you, it looks lovely. It looks like Cammy is by a loch of some sort, unless that is the Irish Sea or the North Sea. He said South Scotland, but for some reason I immediately assumed that was southwest. Siri asks, "How is it?" I'm just going to respond to that. Good. How?
That's what I would have said.
Are you? Let's add a doing.
Nice.
Say, how are you doing?
Oh my gosh! All the stops getting pulled out.
Yeah, I'm just.
Tell you what, you spoil that girl.
I want to know. More chat. Make a new scene for currency black hole. I am going to save this, and I probably will put it in there, but I'll put it in there really small, because that's
nice. So
truly vile.
Currency black hole, the idea being that's where you're sending a coin that you hate so much you want to condemn to some sort of eternal torment, but also never want to see again.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say to watch out for is that when anything falls into a black hole, its actual visual image is recorded on the sort of accretion disk as a sort of a 2D hologram. So actually, you kind of with the right tools would be able to.
Is that true?
To see it.
Is that have they confirmed that? Is that in law?
Yeah, there's actually quite an interesting thing that I obviously am far too stupid to understand, but kind of enough of a stoner to find cool, to suggest that mathematicians or theoretical physicists have now come up with a theory that suggests that because matter, when absorbed into a black hole, sort of remains on the surface as flat data, that we might actually live in a 2D holographic universe, that the 3 dimensions we see around us don't actually exist, but they are sort of an illusion. and that the universe is actually fundamentally flat, which would support the Matrix being true, which is quite interesting.
I heard that when you go into a black hole, you open a portal to hell, and Sam Neill goes in with you, and then you have a blood orgy, and then he scratches his eyes out.
Where did you hear that?
I was on this documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was called Event Horizon.
Nice.
Josie.
For some reason, I'm compelled.
Carry on.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm compelled to say, "You tangy son of a bitch," but I don't know why. I just really wanted to say that.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. What were they shouting? What were they saying? Never mind. Pete and Orlease says, this coin in coloured uncirculated cupronickel carries the privy mark shaped as a stork carrying its precious bundle and the date of Prince George's birth. The privy mark is coloured in a beautiful blue to depict the birth of a boy. And I think that actually this is probably the most...
Yeah, it's
worst,
a fucking
it's
gender
a
reveal coin.
Horrid muck. Muck.
What the hell?
Yeah, so Pete has
Also,
said
what the
gender
fuck are they
reveal
on about? The
coin.
privy seal?
Yeah, it's
Gender
just
reveal coin.
absolute
What do
shit.
they mean that this is the privy mark? Is that... Sounds like that's what he calls his Todge, you know? Oh, well, Prince Will's been sticking his privy mark everywhere.
Well, if the Pop Bitch email is to be believed, yeah, he has. Do you get the Pop Bitch email?
No, I had to unsubscribe.
Did you? Oh. Fair enough.
No, I've never had it. No, I don't know.
It's quite interesting.
Did Pop Bitch, did they...
Yeah, they cover all that
Did
sort
they
of stuff.
break the story, did they?
Well, no, they didn't break it, but they kind of make allusions to all of the kind of media gossip and things that are being kind of like super injunction and shit like that. So they've been reporting on the Michael Gove and Sarah Vine swinging thing for years. Anyway.
They're swingers, are they?
Yeah. I mean, they're divorcing now, but apparently they're swingers.
Yeah. So fucking sick of the sight. Each of her just would rather fuck anybody else, presumably.
Josie R says their wedding was on my dad's birthday. He was very pleased with the day off. Male or females, flip a coin. And then there is a in a Discord. In our Discord.
Oh. Yeah.
There we go. There is the hello goblin.
We've got a goblin.
Wow.
That's very nice. Hello goblin. Can
The
we
goblin
get
has appeared to...
HG going for hello goblin in the chat, please?
Hello.
He's had enough of the pop shield. He's bringing the plosives back, baby.
Oh, that's really nice.
That's nice, mate.
That is nice.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck he wants, but he's here. So the goblin's here to answer all of your financial questions.
That's nice. I mean, somebody did summon the goblin as well. We've got some hello goblins going in the chat from the Josies, Pissing Myself, and Pete and Orlease. So that's really nice. I was going to say that the Negative Wills looks like it could be a Proto-Martyr album cover.
Right. Yeah, I see that. It's that kind of like, or like a Future Islands.
Future Islands. I'm thinking Preoccupation. So I believe what Viet Cong are now called.
Viet Cong. Yeah, they
of,
renamed themselves. Yeah. Can you hear me? So I've no idea how destructive this cat's being.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm pretty happy with the goblin's presence. It was for a second I could hear the sound of the goblin wiping himself on the microphone, which was good. I liked that. I thought that was good.
Yeah, it's like ASMR.
Josie R says goblin is great. So there we go. We heard that. That was a little bop from the little bop on the mic from the goblin there.
Yeah, he's basically like a bit of a cryptocurrency king. He's just here to kind of give some advice, let you know what's hot and what's not in the crypto world. Goblin, this week, what should we be investing in? So there you go. There you have it. Get spending.
Oh.
There's never been a better time to invest.
Well, that's one of the things that the other goblin says sometimes, which is good. I think so.
Funny.
I think it's one.
I've never heard him.
Well, he says things of that sort. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll tell you what. When there we go. The goblin has been summoned again to say hello. This is truly wonderful. I love this.
Okay. I'm sorry to anybody who I guess is not interested in the a cat rubbing against my microphone. I genuinely cannot stop him once he has decided to be here.
Got it in his mind.
Let me tell you, it makes working from home very inefficient, but then working in an office is still worse.
Yeah, I can concur with that. We're pretty keen once we get our place to get a cat as well, if it's affordable. It'd be nice to get a little
yeah, they're expensive. They are expensive. Gotta save up them coins.
That is a concern.
Save up those. Yeah.
This was needed to recover from the cursed royal coin. I fully concur with that. I think the goblin felt in his bones, his old bones, that his presence was needed, required to just settle everyone down after that. In fact, I'm gonna kill the tab. I've killed the tab. I've killed. Oh,
Kill the tab.
Yeah. So that's that gone. Just to save us from it, and allow ourselves to be purified by the goblin. Sun's out, bones out, goblins out. Says, which I think is a wonderful motto for today. And might I suggest that maybe this very pleasant note is a good one on which to end.
Yeah, I mean, where else would you go from here? Back into chat seems frivolous now, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
You're all ready for Pigs in Vienna.
Beautiful.
Well, if I'm not there, I'll be here. I'll be closer to you because I'm actually right by the room. Yeah. Yeah, you can check out the studio.
I of course have never heard this song because I don't get the audio streamed through my headphones. So this has always been a time of quiet reflection for me, in which I simply sit in silence.
We'll talk tomorrow, I guess. That's cool.
I'll tell you, it's a banger.
Wow.
We have. Well, let's just get the goblin back up. We have. I think we got a little purr there, or something approaching being a purr, or just maybe just some contact with the mic.
Yeah. He's purring.
That's perfect.
Do you want me to try and get him? I'll try and get him going.
If you could.
No, he's just breathing. He's just breathing.
Well,
which in and of itself is a good thing.
That is a good
Something
thing.
that we can always be grateful for.
Long may he breathe. Can we get some
Long may we all breathe.
LMHBs going in the chat? for Goblin.
Isn't it such a funny thing?
Breathing. Yeah, mental.
We have to do it. We have to do it, don't we? It seems so pointless, but you know,
Yeah.
gotta keep fucking doing it, haven't we? Every single fucking second of every single fucking day.
Amen, brother.
Do you ever do that? I used to do that quite a lot when I was a kid, where you start to really panic that you're thinking too much about breathing and that you're gonna like move it into your conscious mind.
Yeah. And I swear
Gotta
that
be careful with
I
that
did
stuff,
that a
yeah.
few times, and I would have a few, I'd have periods of days where I kind of like, I felt like I was having trouble breathing just because I was thinking about it too much. Anyway.
Yeah. You got to learn to trust your shadow, you know, your subsumed self.
Yeah.
You're in there and you're looking out for yourself, buddy.
I think that we've reached a good point here, and I think that we should wrap up. Do you have anything that you would like to say as any final remarks? Or...
I feel like we're through the oval here. We're in the sort of Halcyon Honduras realm of eyed turrets and rainbows, and you know, nothing really matters, and that I think is the most liberating thing of all. Do what's important to you. Yeah. Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. Honduras.
Live, laugh, love.
Let.
yeah.
Let us all take one very brief moment to send our karmic votes of thanks to the Goblin for calming us all down here at the back end of the stream and providing it what I think is a very wholesome and very refreshing end to the stream. Let us give thanks to the learned Dr. Sam Nicoresti for his presence today. Let us give thanks for one another for accompanying everyone in the chat, and that's it. I think. I mean, any further thanks that you would like to give will ultimately be registered on the Celestial docket. I would imagine you don't need to give thanks during the stream for it to have a mark. Just give thanks all the time. Sounding like
it's beautiful.
Sounding like Sanderson Jones now, aren't I?
Yeah, or like Carl Sagan. That's the kind of crap he'd come out with, isn't it?
Oh, I love that. Love that tale. Love that tale. Just going. Well, it really has been a pleasure. It's been lovely to be back. Yes. Speak. Tell us the truth. Not the sad truth. Give us the real truth, Goblin, please.
The truth is, the universe and life are silent and uncaring, and I just want to eat.
Good night, friends.